muli mukadde katuufu saawa dakiika ebulanga emu yokka okuwera essaawa emu. Mbaaniriza nnyo muli ku NTV akawungeezi. Olwaleero mu katundu kaffe aka yogera naffe tugenda kuba Kabale. Abantu b'e Kabale basanyufu nnyo okuba nti tuli nabo nga Solomon Kaweesa yali eruddeeyo agenda kubawaayamu nabo ku nsonga naddala ez'abakulembeze baabwe. Katweyunge ku Solomon naye abalamuseeko ate nga sinabawa NTV akawungeezi mu bujjuvu.
Nnyo munywa ganyi Farida Nakazibwe neyanziza nnyo mwenna abatulaba ku NTV. Akanyomero kali akayogera naffe kenzize waneeno okubeera nga nkuwaako akabagulizo. Tuli waneeno mu kitundu ky'e Kabale. Ondaba musweta naye obudde bwe buti bubeera bunnyogoga erudde eno. Era bw'otunulako ku street sawo buli muntu alina sweta ye n'abalala jacket. Ebyo byonna biri awo empewo n'ebirala bya butonde. Naye ate abantu bano bayina abantu abakulembeze baabwe be beerondera nga babakeeza ku makya omusana ne gubookya ne bajja ne babawa akalulu. Olwaleero tuzze okubabuuza oba ddala abantu bano bayina ekyamaanyi ennyo kye babakoledde. Bwe kibaawo tukyeyanzeege naye ate biriwa ebyo ebirala ebikyagaanye bye babadde baagala abantu bano babakolere. Awo nno nninganga akasuse enkonyogo wali waggulu ku muti. Maaso awo nja kuba nkomawo tulabe oba enkonyogo eyo etulekeddewo birimba nanti kinga etusuuliddewoko ku bibala. Farida Nakazibwe mukadde kano ngenda kuba nkomawo tuwa mawulire ate agabaddewo mu lunaku. Nange wano omwana agira ntegekerayo akakopo kakaawa obunnyogovu buno buleme kunkola bubi. Farida nkomyewo gy'oli.
Webale nnyo Solomon Kaweesa asinzidde Kabale. Tugenda kuba tubeeyungako mu kitundu ekyokubiri mu kanyomero aka yogera naffe. Kansooke n'emitwe emikulu temuvaawo. Omubaka wa China atula kuno alabudde bannayuganda muve ku by'okukusa ebiragalalagala. Amateeka gaffe tegasosola. Twakasasula Professor Gilbert Bukenyo bukadde 176. Minisita avunaanyizibwa ku nsonga z'abakozi ba gavumenti alese bwino. Abakulira eddwaliro ekkulu e Mulago bali mu Katu balemereddwa okunyonyola amayitire g'obuwumbi buna. Emityana laddu ekubye omuyizi n'afa ate Embaale asangiddwa n'ennyama y'embwa bamuyodde. NTV akawungeezi nziramu okubaniriza nate nze Farida Nakazibwe. Tutandise n'omubaka wa China mu Uganda ategeezezza nga essuubi ly'abannayuganda abakwatibwa mu China nga bakukusa ebiragalagala bwe liri ettono ddala. Zhao yali yagamba nti buli muntu yenna alinnya mu China kimukakatako okugoberera amateeka gaayo kubanga tegasosola. Ategeezezza nti newankubadde waliwo enteeseganya ezigenda mu maaso wakati wa Uganda ne China kikyali kizibu nnyo okutaasa abakwatibwa. Babiri ku bakwate basuuliridde kuttibwa.
Mu China etteeka ku njaga kakali era nga akwatibwa mu kitimba ekyo abaagudde mu nnabe. Okukwata ne grams z'enjaga eziri wakati wa 5 n'10 ng'eno ye kilo emu. Mu China ekibonerezo kya kusoma emyaka 15 okusibwa mayisa oba okuwanikibwa ku kalabba. Wabula bw'okwatibwa n'enjaga ng'esukka mu kilo emu awo oba oyolekedde kusoma mayisa sinakindi era okuwanikibwa kalabba. Bannayuganda batibwa gye buvuddeko kigambibwa nti omu yakwatibwa ne kilo 16 nga zino ze grams omutwalo gumu mu kakaaga ate omulala yakwatibwa ne kilo 2 nga zino ze grams emitwalo 2. Bano ekibonerezo bawe bwakyakuwanikibwa kalabba. Omubaka wa China mu Uganda Zhao Yali agambye nti newankubadde nga waliwo enteesaganya wakati wa Uganda ne China okulaba nga bakwate bakomezebwawo kuno kikyali kizibu ddala olw'ensonga nti China eramika bulungi amateeka gaayo era nga yenna agamenya avunaanibwa nga etteeka bwe liragira.
When you commit crime, you have to pay. That is the rule of law. Anywhere.
Ono alabudde abavubuka okwewala okukozesebwa nga basuubizibwa ssente nti kubanga singa bagwa mu buzibu omugugu n'obuvunaanyizibwa bw'ekikolobero kibakwatiddwamu kijja kuteekebwa ku bbo.
Here also I would like to tell the people here in Uganda, some of them, especially the young people, I know they were used. But when you do something, when you commit a crime, you have to pay your price.
Ono agambye nti newankubadde nga byonna byaliwo era nga bingi bikyaliwo, enkolagana wakati wa China ne Uganda ekyaliwo, era nga n'olwaleero embassy ya China etonedde ministry y'ensonga z'ebweru ebikozesebwa mu ofiisi eb'enjawulo nga bino bikwasiddwa minisita w'ensonga ez'ebweru era president wa UN General Assembly Sam Kuteesa. Minisita Kuteesa naye alabudde ku kukuseberagalagala nti ababyenyigiramu baleetera okuvumirira eggwanga.
Don't get us into this situation. They're forcing us into this situation of having to rescue them. Why trafficking drugs?
Patrick Mukasa, NTV, Akawungezi.
Webale nnyo Patrick Mukasa. Minisita avunaanyizibwa ku nsako y'abakozi ba gavumenti avuddeyo n'ategeeza nti yali omumyuka wa President Professor Gilbert Bali Basekabukenya bakamusasula ensako ye buli mwezi. Gye buvuddeko Bukenya yavaayo n'akukulumira gavumenti nti tebamukombyanga yadde ku munwe gw'ennusu. Minisita Sezi Mbaguta aleese ebiwandiiko mu Parliament n'alumiriza nti Kakensa Bukenya bakamuwaako obukadde 176 ku bukadde 5 byalina okufuna.
Omuntu nga minisita okulimba n'agamba nti Bukenya twamuwa siringisi miliyoni 5. Obwo bulimba si butuufu mu bukulembeze bw'ensi.
Oluvannyuma lwe yaliko omumyuka wa President Gilbert Bali Basekabukenya okuvaayo ne leemulugunya nti gavumenti temusasula nsako ye ng'etteeka bwe ligamba. Minisita avunaanyizibwa ku nsako z'abakozi ba gavumenti Sezi Mbaguta olwaleero aleese ebiwandiiko ebiraga nti Bukenya bakamusasulako obukadde 176.
The ministry has paid the retirement benefits of Professor Gilbert Bukenya for 38 months.
Bukenya n'abalala abaliko abamyuka ba President naye nga bakyatemya buli omu alina okufuna obukadde 5.
Over 500 million was paid to her account.
Minisita ategeeza nti Kakensa Bukenya, Dr. Wandira Kazibwe wamu ne yali Prime Minister Apollo Nsibambi balina okubagulira ennyumba n'emmotoka naye ssente gavumenti ennazifuna.
And we consistently ask for that money because we would love to give them the vehicle and would love to give them the house purchase fund.
Wabula minisita agamba nti yasaba aweebwa akawumbi kamu mu obukadde 2.5 omwaka gw'ebyensimbi guno. Bano basasulwe naye gavumenti n'emutegeeza nga bwetalina ssente. Minisita y'omu atategeeza nti alina obuwumbi 7 bw'agenda okusasula abaliko ba pulezidenti, abamyuka ba pulezidenti ne basaba minisita naye nga baafa.
Funds have been provided to cater for the remaining ex gratia in this financial year to all former leaders. And the ministry has started processing the payment.
Minisita waddeyo olukalala lw'abakulembeze bagamba nti babasasulako ensimbi ate abalala nga bagenda kubasasula. Yali President eyasooka Sir Edward Muteesa bagamba nti bakamusasulako obukadde 4 ku kawumbi akalamba k'alina okufuna.
Last financial year, and we are now processing the remaining 599 million.
Omugenzi Idi Amin Dada wamu ne Geoffrey Lukongwa binaayisa tebaweebwanga yadde omunwe gw'ennusu, songa Obote yaweebwa obukadde 4 ku kawumbi akalamba k'alina okufuna. Yewuli Bafosi na Diope ne Mustafa Adrisi bano nga baliko abamyuka b'omukulembeze w'eggwanga tebaweebwanga yadde ennusu ku bukadde 4 bwe balina okufuna. Jingo Francis, NTV Akawungezi.
NTV Akawungezi. Ensimbi eziri eyo mu bukadde 1,407 zizaalidde ab'emulago ebitukula Makayi byazaalira ku nsiko. Abakulu bano olwaleero bafuumuddwa mu kakiiko ka Parliament akavunaanyizibwa ku by'obulamu lwa kulemererwa kunnyonnyola engeri ensimbi zino gye zaasaanyizibwamu. Ababaka bagaanye okukkiriziganya nabo nti ensimbi zino zaakozesebwa okusasula amazzi ssaako ebizimbe ebipangisibwa eddwaliro.
Abakulu okuva mu minisitule y'ebyobulamu olwaleero basabiddwa okunnyonnyola ku nsonga y'abasawo omuli baddokita ne bannansi abongera okudduka mu ggwanga olw'obutasasulwa bulungi. Akulira ebyobujjanjabi mu minisitule y'ebyobulamu Dr. Jane Achen agamba nti wadde gavumenti yayongeza abasawo abali ku ddaala ly'obwa dokita obukadde 2.5 buli mwezi, kino tekibalobedde genda walala we basasula obulungi. Mu kwongera okwekenneenya ebikwata ku byobujjanjabi, akakiiko ka Parliament ak'ebyobulamu kakizudde nti abakulira Mulago baliko ensimbi eziri mu bukadde 4,700 ze baakozesa naye nga tebasobola kuzinnyonnyola bulungi.
Now we are not going to continue appropriating money when others are misusing facilities of government.
Akakiiko kano kasabidde abakungu mu minisitule y'ebyobulamu ngeno etwala Mulago okubaleetera mu bwangu akulira akasomero k'abaana bato akasangibwa mu ddwaliro lino annyole ku zimu ku nsimbi ezoogerwako.
Government land everything, but Mulago is not getting any money as NTR, but the money is going to the account of one person.
To ask about the school, she doesn't appear. When we call in the committee meeting, we ask the minister to invite the entire managers of Mulago Hospital. She does not come.
Kyokka abakulu balemereddwa okuleeta akulira akasomero kano olw'okwe kubafuumula mu kakiiko era ne babategeeza ng'ensimbi ze basaba okukozesa mu mwaka gw'ensimbi guno bwe ziyinza obutabaweebwa.
I'm not leading an autonomous institution, and whenever I get a challenge, I have to appeal and put it clearly to the Minister of Health.
Minisita w'ebyobulamu obusookerwako Sarah Opendi agezezzaako okunnyonnyola ababaka nga buteerere.
Fortunate that the committee had to send away somebody who is really not the person responsible for disciplining or taking action against Kantarama.
Tukyagenda maaso Obwakabaka bwa Buganda bulabudde ezi gavumenti ez'ebitundu ezikyagenda maaso n'okwewa obuyinza okutunda ssaako okugonjoola ensonga ku ttaka lya Kabaka. Ng'ennaku z'omwezi 14 omwezi ogwokuna, Pulezidenti Yoweri Museveni yawaayo ebyapa by'ettaka lya Buganda naddala eryo gavumenti lye yali ekozesa okumala akabanga.
Walabye Malenga yatwala ekitongole kya Buganda Land Board agamba nti okuva mwezi ogwokuna tewali muntu yenna akkirizibwa kubaako nsonga zonna zeekuusa ku ttaka lya Buganda z'agonjola nga talina lukusa kuva Mengo.
Pulezidenti basse omukono ku ndagaano ne Kabaka nga 31 July. Obukiiko bwonna obwali bukola ku ttaka eryo kuba tebukyalina buyinza kuddamu kuligabirako muntu.
Mu ngeri y'emu, ekitongole kya Buganda Land Board kigunjizaawo ebitundu 4 okwetooloola Buganda nga bino bye bigenda okuba nga bikola ku nsonga ez'ettaka ezitandikibwako. Kino kigendereddwamu okuwonya abantu abadde batindiga engendo okujja e Bulange okusobola okubaako bye beebuuza oba okugula ettaka.
Tulina Greater Kyaddondo ne tubakutulawo ekitundu ekirala ekiyitibwa Greater Kyaggwe. Singo kituyita Greater Singo ngeno erimu branches 3. Greater Buddu atwalibwa Kasimiri Bukasa.
Wabula omukungu Kiwalabye ayongedde n'ategeeza nga ekitongole kyalungamya bwe kyesigaliza obuyinza obw'okusalawo ekyenkomeredde ku nsonga ez'ekuusa ku ttaka lya Kabaka wonna we liri.
Amatabi gano gye gali n'ebitongole gyebiri naye tebiyina kusalawo kwa nkomeredde kukyusakyusa enkola yonna eyateekebwawo Obwakabaka bwa Buganda. N'ekyo ekitebe kye kisigala nga kikola ku nsonga ezo.
Bakatikkira ab'ebyalo nabo kati bali wansi wa kitongole kya Buganda Land Board okwawukanako nga bwe gubadde.
Ofiisi ya Katikkiro w'ebyalo ebadde eddukanyiza emirimu gyayo ng'eri mu nkuluze. Ssaabasajja yasiimye emirimu gyonna buli akola ku ttaka yenna agiddukanyiza mu Buganda Land Board.
Mu nkyukakyuka zino ezirangiriddwa olwaleero, ekitongole wabula kirabudde nti ensimbi zonna ez'ettaka zirina kusasulwa mu bbanka.
Ssente zonna omuntu alina kye yeetaaga kebeere envujjo badde sasula mu ofiisi ya Katikkiro w'ebyalo zonna zigenda mu bbanka.
Okusinziira ku bakungu ba Buganda Land Board, kino kigendereddwamu kwanguya ssaako okugonjoola ensonga zonna ezekuusa ku ttaka lya Kabaka mu bwangu. Julius Senkandwa, NTV.
NTV akawungeza Mityana laddu ekubye omuwala n'afiirawo, banna abalala 2 nabo bayisiddwa bubi era baleeteddwa mu ddwaliro ekkulu e Mulago. Akabaate kano kagudde ku kyalo Bbira mu ggombolola y'e Ssekanyonyi. Ate poliisi e Mbale eriko omusajja mukulu wa myaka 65 gwekutte ng'ateeberezebwa okuba nti abadde ava kutunda nnyama ya mbwa. Ono asangiddwa akalakala n'omutwe eddiba n'amagulu g'embwa mu kakutiya.
Mole Nakyejwe ng'abadde wa myaka 16 yakubiddwa laddu n'afiirawo enkya ya leero. Ono asoose kulembeka mazzi oluvannyuma n'ayingira mu nju okukyusa engoye laddu gye musanze n'emukuba eri era tazzeemu.
Yabadde ayingidde mu mmotoka nga alidde eddakiika nga 3 olugwatuka ne limukuba yali akubyawo twageze tuuka busero okumuyitaayita okumuyotayolayo nga yafudde.
Nakyejwe mu nju abaddemu ne batoobe babiri okubadde Viola Nabasirye ne Bernard Kalyango nabo laddu ebayisizza bubi era batwaliddwa mu ddwaliro. Enkuba ebaddemu n'ekibuyaga ekedde okutonnya leero erudda eno yeezadde lenyoono. Poliisi emaze okwekebejja omulambo gwa Nakyejwe n'oluvannyuma nekkiriza abooluganda lwe okugenda mu maaso n'enteekateeka z'okumuziika. Ate go agava Embaale ga William Wambedde omutuuze w'oku kyalo Zabayanya akwatiddwa nga kiteeberezebwa nti abadde atunda ennyama y'embwa. Musajja mukulu ono ow'emyaka 65 abadde awambagatanye n'akakutiya omubadde omutwe eddiba n'amagulu g'embwa ebadde yakabaagibwa. Kiteeberezebwa nti Wambedde yandibanga embwa eno yagibaaze olwo ennyama yaayo n'agiguza abantu b'omu bitundu by'Embaale.
Olabira ddala nti ennyama yo yagenze kubanga eddiba likyaliko obugulu omutwe gukyaliko kisebereza nti ennyama yazitunze era kati bwenjogera alina abantu bezaba nga baziridde.
Poliisi etandise okunoonyereza ku musajja ono wabula nga mu kiseera kino alindiridde kuwera ennemba nagwakulumya kisolo.
Bo abantu mu ggombolola y'Ekityerere mu disitulikiti y'e Mayuge bakabatwawa nga ntulege olw'ebbula ly'amazzi eribalumbye. Akasana akaliyo ennaku zino kaviiriddeko ebizibu bingi nga kati amazzi bagagabana na bisolo. Katulabe ebiruddeyo.
Mu bidiba by'ekika kino ebikyasigaza ensolo abantu kwe basimba ebidomola nga balindirira okufuna amazzi wano mu ggombolola y'Ekityerera ekisangibwa mu disitulikiti y'e Mayuge. Kati ng'omusana bwe gubadde gwakidde ebbanga ebidiba bingi bikaze era ng'abamu basangiddwa nga basena amazzi agaddugala kyokka nga bagatwala okugakozesa.
Twakuuma amaadhi okuva ku nkyo twatuuka essaawa 7 nga tituli kufuna maadhi. Abakazi twasiiba kuno ngayo buli wantu bakaziira amaadhi gazirawo.
Obulumi bwa tulina bwo bwa amaadhi. Twanwa amaadhi ag'entanko, twanwa amaadhi ag'omubiina. Nimwe bana mawulire mwena mutusinie muidanga kukuba bukube bwa bifaanani mwakuba ebifaanani twanwa amaadhi amachafu. Eno government ifu abantu ba wanse eno teri kutuyambanga obulwaire bwatufuna bungi no maadhi gano gatunwa gano mwazunga ba kamera befana ntwida kuba kubire eno mutuleka tunwenga amaadhi amachafu tukoye.
Ekizibu kino bagamba nti bamaze na kyebbanga kyokka nga bakulembeze bakabiridde bekikwatako kyokka tebalabayo kavaayo.
Ni Ministry ya Water batukoba ati bajakola ki bajatukolya pipe to water kyova nti twafaayo ino then wabitawo emyezi nga 3 baida muno aba Ministry ya Water bakola survey batukoba ati mpegano nga sub county sai mutu saitinge ekifo twinza okuzimba water tanks twabawe ekifo twabawe ekifo kyebakola ku kyonka kwali kuzimba bu ecosanitaires.
Ebiseera ebimu ebidibwa omuseno amazzi ate mwamunywa n'ente ekintu ekiteeka abantu mu katyabaga k'okufuna endwadde eziyinza okuva ku bisolo. Abakulembeze bagamba nti bagezaako projekiti ya Nayikondo negaana olw'amazzi amatono mu kitundu kino.
Era bwe yaferinga twabanga twasobola kufuna mu biseera ebyo ngeri esobola okubawo amaadhi. Kyobona nti obuzibu buno bw'amaadhi bugirenga bweyongera kubaawo. Wabula waliwo program twawandika proposal twasaba obuyambi ey'okubanga basika amaadhi okuva ku Nanda ebukoba obe na Kimira basobola okubanga gaida ni taapu.
Ebitundu bingi abantu bazze balaajana olw'amazzi ne bekikwatako ne beesulirayo ogwa Naggamba.
Webale nnyo tukyagenda mu maaso ne NTV akawungeeza eddakiika ebula 2 okuwera emu n'eddakiika 20. Ntegeeza nti kuyiseeko 18 katumbule mu katono ddala. Bino bye bimu ku by'obusuubira mu bitundu ebiddako. Muyogera naffe tulina abantu b'e Kabale bagenda kuteeka abakulembeze baabwe ku minzaani Mwebale kuweesa ggwanga kitiibwa. Abazannyi abakiikirira Uganda mu mpaka za Commonwealth bakomyewo, 2 babuliddeyo.
Olugero lwa leero lukutuusibwako Novit okwekakasa ku lunaku lwonna.
Entamu bwe yatikira omugoyo teyombya. Entamu bwe yatika nga bagigoyera mu lumonde n'ebijjanjaalo eba yatikidde ku mulimu gwayo kyeva teyombya. N'ekintu ekirala kyonna bwe kyonoonekera ku mulimu gwakyo tekisaana kuyombya bantu.
Neka tukozesa mu bitabo gyenne mu bitabo so. Nange.
Novit okwekakasa ku lunaku lwonna.
Hello?
Hello?
Teacher Agnes?
Yes?
This is me, Munji.
Hey!
Used to be my nursery school teacher.
Oh!
Anyway, remember that song, Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star? I want to use it, but now I want to change it to Twinkle, Twinkle, Big Star.
But why?
Because I'm a big star now.
Make a call for whatever reason. Call someone, call anyone, and change your life. Make a call and you could win 100 million shillings, a car, or a smartphone with free data for a year. Plus, win 2 free minutes every day.
Airtel. Together we can.
Stand by and split. Action.
What's up? Feel it within. Standard Chartered, here for good.
The Uganda Film Festival, organized by Uganda Communications Commission, is here again. Come, be a part of the Uganda Film Festival 2014 and enjoy the best in Ugandan movies. Attend movie screenings, exhibitions, and seminars from top professionals. Participate by submitting your films to compete for categories honoring the best in cinematography, short film, student films, sound, documentary, animation, costumes, screenplay, feature film, and much more. The Uganda Film Festival 2014 will run from 25th to 29th of August 2014. For more information, go to www.ugandafilmfestival.ug or contact the Uganda Communications Commission, Spring Road, Bugolobi.
Good morning.
For every morning to be a good morning, all your baby needs is your love. And a dry night's sleep. New Pampers with more Super Gel. It locks wetness inside, keeping it away from your baby's skin all night long. Pampers, wishing you love, sleep and play.
Tukyali ku NTV akawungezi. Abakulembeze bangi bwe baba tebannalondebwa basuubiza abantu ensi n'eggulu. Naye oluusi bwe batuula mu ntebe ne balemwa okutuukiriza. Mu katundu akayogera naffe olwaleero tuli mu munisipaali y'e Kabale eri mu Kigezi ng'abaayo bagenda kuba batubuulira oba be balonda baliko we batuuse mu kutuukiriza ebisuubizo. Kati katweyunge ku Solomon Kawesa ali mu katundu ke Kabale atubuulire biki abantu bye bagamba. Solomon.
Oti omunywanyi Farida Nakazibwe neyanziza nnyo neyanzege
nate nkomyewo nga bwe nakulaganyiza we nagambidde nti twandisuubira ebirimba mwana wattu nabadde neerimba laba ebibala ebijjudde wano mu kaseera kano tuli wano eno Kabaale nga bwe nakutegeezezza empewo yo nnyingi etufuuwa naye tekijja tugaana kugenda ku mulamwa ne bannaffe aba National Water be tuteetera nabo mu kanyomero kano nga bwe mukitegeera obulungi ennyo. Olunaku olwaleero ensonga etuleese wano y'eyabakulembeze mu kitundu kino. Twagala okumanya okuva mu bantu bano abaakeera ku makya ne bagenda omusana ne gubookya. Abakulembeze bano ebintu bino bye babasuubiza babikoze yo abaffe bo biki ebyo bye bandyagadde babakolerenga naye tebinnaba kukolebwa. Boolaba bano beetegese dda era gwe woolyawo otuuza ya lukugunyu owulira ensonga z'abantu b'e Kabaale wano. Tandikidde erudda wano ssebo ensongayo ani nkukwatira akazindaalo
nyowe niyo mutuuze wa Kabaale ekintu ekiri kunshasha munonga n'okuranza irwaliro lya Kabaale litalimu emibazi okubonabona okwo abantu ba Kabaale balimu kikuwo mulembe munonga kandi ekintu ekindi ekiranshasha enkuuto ya Kabaale nenteganisa munonga okuba bugaali bwa bodaboda abantu ba makanika bobugaali ebintu byona bikashishikara mbenu twobere turetaaga ngu mututereho buryo murebeke ngu mwakora enguudo za Kabaale amarwaliro mugateme emibazi kirebeke ngu nitwe twaturi kubaterero bururu turebeke ngu
omulala kagendeko ensonga etuuse tudde wa
enze bampita DJ Eko go basinga kumanya mu Garage Street ndi makanika we Kabaale
DJ ensonga
kate ensonga yange mu Garage Street ekubo libi yambadde nsaba government yaffe etuterereze kubeera erigenda mu Garage Street neriyamba ku horizonal kwegamba ekintu kibeere steady.
Otyo ensonga guse muzeeyi yaha ensonga
bampita Haji Shaban bitalabeho ensonga eri amagwaliro g'omukyalo gali bubi amudwaliro ly'omukyalo tyalimu emibazi abantu nibabonabona enkuto z'omukyalo omuntu w'omukyalo nabonabona n'okutambula amwe n'okuyika higwaliro
abebembezi bakihuura.
Amazina ni Musisi Innocent nyowe ndi businessman nikola computer nkola photocopy nkola biki ensonga nisaba abebembezi batucendereza emisoro y'ebintu license ni nanaba aba town but providing security eri kumala
omwami ono ensonga yeyo naye etuuse ani omulala wano omwami sebo yogera ensonga
amazina ganje baranyeta ainembabazi arani nyowe kiranshasha munongo muri Kabaale yitu aliwo obukioski bubabe batire aza butari hagati y'etown buri nkenyuma nyine nko muri ryaraho konka nabwo baza mubabukuramu kandi umwe nabunga abashubuzi mwe babe bariyo busete eco nico kiranshasha munonga kusingayo.
Otyo bebo abantu National Water be kutusako tuli wano kati mzee chichi
amazina ganje baramyeta Joke Sample mbyo mwisongozi na inanda sababu isongozi ba Kabaale batugerezo batupromoting
abakulembeze baba promoting babakolere kyawo
awompo bateke mu kasente tuze mu studio tu recording ebyisongoro batuyambe ono akora videos
baba funire ne kasente akasibe enviri okay
mazina ganje ndoli kizadene so wa Kabaale yona nasha abembezi kamenyo tubaturondera emirimo bagwanise na corruption batro ba reducing namisho kuja school fees chendere tubona ko kwashoma
omwami yo mumundetere wanene arabika inaona ensonga asembere nenga okugenda wa
amazina ganje tujatunga mesode yasi noye eshonga yanje no kushanga ba leaders bitu corruption bwene tandikira yiguru kushanga umuntu omwana ajya billion zishatu bacamugoro mu parliament aragira ngo yazikozesize turakita nyecho njo kiranshasha ubwiko eminyeto tujye nyima tubuzigwe cyo gukora emirimetari wakasente katariho ejo niyo shonga yanje
abalya sente z'abantu bane ensonga mugiwulide tuli wano
esebo amazina ganje ninye Sadik Musa ensonga yanje nekwata ahabisiyaga ensonga yetuluma nnyo fenga abantu bo wansi tuli anti bagisa mu parliament ate bazemu nibekyusa anti bagisanga abakise tebawera
kulembeze wo yagala agikolera eki
mbazingira wamu kuba bagisa bonna
owewo yagala
owange yennyini njagala agirwanirire nnyo nnyo teyitamu eganira eddala okuyitamu ne pulezidenti musaba asayiningire eddala teyitamu.
Otyo katugende wa mzee ensonga
kale nyowe ndi justice tindimiro ku rugomondo rwa west ewe kiri kunshasha abebembezi baitu nokureba ngo nibaturaga ebintu bumwe na bumwe batabikirize ngende cyo kunshasha nokureba ngo itwe turyo mu nshozi kandi MP weitu nagenda batubeyihe ngo naza kutukorera mizi. Unfortunately bali miliyoni n'emifureje kumara nk'emyezi nk'ebiri erya hotel mu pipes tibaine tanks zubombekire ngo nibenda kugiha a water and sewerage corporation eri kusupplying town kandi oleba mizi aho gatari kubasa kutuyamba ngayo nanishawe mbeze kuja ngo nitwa hotero engineer yitu ebasa kutusupplying kandorwa west niko tutunga mizi abantu bashemererwa
amazi gajja kutuuka muzeyi kankukwatire ko sebo
nyoenda ruga muri kumba barayeta muzeyi kuri sta mukunzi narashaba kugira ngo government etuhereze mfujo tugume tuhinga abo bari kugamba ngo emyaka yitura twatenderingire kumara emyaka ya 85 ngo yahwa no kubihamo abanema abari ngo turya busha yashakabi hato muhanda guturimo tiguri mu maramu batuhereze maramu kuruga mu muhanda bwo wetu ubwo mu byaro tikokwe
Ote atuse mzee katufune addako katufune sembere ensonga yetukire ddala sebo amanya n'ensonga
amanya mirimu Ivan wano mukabale kye tusingira ddala tuli balimi kye tusabira ddala gavumenti esale ku musolo gwe yatadde ku birime ffe tuli balimi era ffe tubeezawo eggwanga era ebirisibwa Kampala n'eggwanga lyonna biva wano mu kabale kale ffe kye tusaba gavumenti esale ku musolo gwe yatadde ku birime n'ensigo ekintu awo kisobose okujja abantu mu Kampala kuba eggwanga lyaffe liyimiriddewo ku bulimi siraba nsonga lwaki ate ekyongerako ng'abantu tebananyikira kumanya mugaso guli mu bulimi.
Oto katuwongere okutambulako n'abalala ensonga yo nayo giwoba wamaze
nze bambita Ndungo Bernard nze ensonga yange kuba Kabale zolo zirifatwa as the regional food basket nate olabe enguudo ziri mbi nnyo kubanga Kabale oluguudo oluva Kabale bwe balugala Kampala abantu bangi bayinza okufa enjala so abakulembeze baffe twadde tubasaba balongose ku nguudo olaba ne mu town makati wennyini enguudo ziri mu Sole State nowe eggali okuyita oluba lutalo kati yo w'emmotoka kinaaba kitya.
Otyo ensonga y'omusajja ono yanguudo wano
nyowe baranyeta Mugisha Patrick MP witu akatubiha amasinyarazi Rushachi yatuhibiha mizi yabiha ebirema obugari ari kurondo bururu eco cinta kacigamba ngo araze kuruha abarema bo muri Kabare obugari atukorera mizi Rushachi atuha amasinyarazi wonka murye byo bintu bishatu tina kiyakozire neki na kimwe.
Otyo tuvudde waneno katweyongereyo ko katono wano n'oluvanyuma tuddeko eno
nyowe kiranteganisa n'abebembezi bitu ba Kabale kubalija bararondo bururu basibanekwe turabaga baraganira netwe bacyamara kugenda baza kuriya mu parliament batagaruka kureba ibintu nyuma ngo kuba hasigire bagumoko empa.
Otyo katugende mabega wano jangu muvuko yogere sem Otyo kanzire wano nziremu ahasebo
nze omukulembeze wange musaba kintu kimu nandyagadde ade ku nsonga y'ebisiyaga naye alwanirire eddala n'ekirala nze bwe nsanga eddwaliro nga mulimu eddagala kinsanyusa nnyo amakubo gakolebwe amazzi batuwa amazzi nze bwe nsanga abantu bewaffe Kabale bona nga basanyufu nange nsigala nga ndi musanyufu.
Otyo ani abagambye ebigambo ebyo?
Hasani Nsenga
Otyo
Kabale
ensonga mugiwulidde bakulu ensonga z'abantu bano zo zikyali nnyingi nnyo ku bakulembeze baabwe naye nga tetunnaba kugenda maaso nkujjukiza nti wano NTV weri okumalira ddala ennaku nga 7 n'okusukawo tuva wano ku lunaku lwa Sunday tutandise neyogera naffe olunaku lw'enkya tugenda kubeera n'amawulire live okuva wano eno mu kitundu ky'e Kabale Saturday ne Sunday kye kimu. Ku Sunday waliwo era ekintu kyenjawulo kuba omukulembeze w'eggwanga naye agenda kubeerayo eno naye yatugoberedde era tugenda kuba tubikutuusaako butereevu okuva wano mu kitundu ky'e Kabale. Ate ekiro kya Sunday eyo ng'amawulire g'essaawa 3 awo gawedde tujja kuba tulina town hall debate we tugenda okusuubira abantu bano bonna n'abataliiwo okujja okubuuza abakulembeze baabwe ebibuuzo ebitaliimu n'ebisingako wano kiki kye batakoze kiki kye balina okukola mwana wattu singa nemera wano ngenda kuba neefudde mulungi omu sirina geeyokera mukira kubulwa kyentuuza Farida Nakazibwe leka neetaasa ebizibu ebyandiddiridde ate nkomewo gy'oli mwana wattu weebale na kuwooma ludde eyo olabise bulungi.
Webale nnyo Solomon Kawesa abantu b'e Kabale mwebale munonga naye sitegedde lwaki abakyala tebawadde endowooza zaabwe ndowooza era kankituwale nti muli mu kufumbira baami abazze okubateeseza oba nammwe muli awo oba muli awo ensonga zammwe mwazitumye baami be baba bazituusa mu bakulembeze mwebale abadde yogera naffe. Katumbule mu katono nnyo tovaawo tulina ekitundu eky'ebyemizannyo.
Use White Star Laundry Bar Soap with a lemon fragrance and you'll have a fresh, clean day. Be like a star. Use White Star.
Don't disturb Daddy. My daddy is a star.
White Star Laundry Bar Soap. All day fresh clean.
Cooper Motors Corporation Uganda Limited is Uganda's reliable distributor for New Holland tractors, combine harvesters, case construction equipment, planters, ratovators, all readily available and backed up by full manufacturer's warranty, genuine spare parts, and highly trained service staff to ensure ongoing technical support for your machinery and equipment. Cooper Motors Corporation is Uganda's leading and most reliable agriculture equipment supplier and partner. Find us at CMC Building, Katalima Loop, plot 48 to 49, Nakawa.
Episode of the Dr. Tana Show. People think that I'm strange now.
His wife called me to find out why he's been acting this weird.
I've hardly seen a live game in my own home. What? This is sad. People want to talk to me about the game.
Did you watch the game last night? Hey!
So I try by all means to avoid them because I haven't seen the games yet.
We told him not to get that decoder.
Look at this family before they go DSTV. Then look at them now. These guys are enjoying sporting action like the Champions League, the EPL, NBA,
yes,
Formula One,
yes, Doctor,
and so many more on Super Sport channels on DSTV. If it's not DSTV, then turn it off.
Yes,
just turn it off.
You are brilliant.
This is New Close-Up Deep Action. We created it to give the world 3 times fresher breath and eliminate up to 99% of germs. Maybe we went too far. There's an outbreak of freshness. Now the best ever from Close-Up. 3 times fresher breath.
Get ready to be counted. Knowing how many we are makes it easy to plan for all of us. So, answer all questions correctly. Your information is confidential and is only used for equitable resource allocation, improving service delivery, and planning. Count for what counts. Starting from 28th August to 6th September 2014, together we count.
Ebyemizannyo ku NTV bikutuusibwako
Smart, the new mobile network for new Africa. Let's talk our way.
Oli wakati mu NTV akawungezi mu mizannyo olwaleero abazannyi babiri aba rugby bagenda okukiikirira eggwanga mu mizannyo gy'empaka gya Commonwealth e Glasgow, Scotland babuliddeyo. Abazannyi aboogerwako ye Philip Parillo azanyira ttiimu ya Buffaloes mu liigi y'eggwanga ne Benon Kiza owa Protector Heathens. Uganda yatuuka ku luzannya oluddirira olw'akamalirizo mu kibinja nga yalwandulwamu eggwanga lya Canada. Abazannyi bano Pario ne Kiza bazanyira Uganda mu nzannya zonna ze yeetabamu. Abazannyi bano si be basoose okubulira ebweru w'eggwanga ng'aba cricket n'abakubi b'ebikonde baali bakoze ekintu kye kimu. Wabula NTV bwetuukiridde William Blake akulira akakiiko aka Olympic Committee ategeezezza nga bino bw'atalina kyabimanyiiko. Wadde Pario ne Kiza basazeewo obutadda kuno, yo ttiimu yonna endala eyakiikirira Uganda mu mpaka za Commonwealth ekomyewo ku butaka okuva e Scotland. Omuwanguzi w'omudaali gwa zaabu Moses Kipsiro abadde wamu ne banne abalala 6 ku kisaawe Entebbe. Abazannyi bano baaniriziddwa baminisita bombi ow'ebyemizannyo ow'ebyenjigiriza Jessica Alupo n'ow'ebyemizannyo Charles Bakabulindi.
Ttiimu eno yasobola okwangula emidaali 5 gyokka etuuse ku kisaawe ky'ennyonyi Entebbe ku ssaawa 7 ez'emisana. Moses Kipsiro ekaye yawangula zaabu ate Winnie Nannyondo, Abraham Kiprumo ne Michael Sekabembe bano be basobola okwangula emidaali egy'ekikomo. Kipsiro ne banne baaniriziddwa baminisita bombi okuli Jessica Alupo wamu ne Charles Bakabulindi. Kipsiro obuwanguzi buno agamba nti Katonda yabumutuusizzaako oluvannyuma lw'ebizibu bye yayitamu nga tannawangula.
One thing, there's a lot of things to say, but as per now I'm not ready, but there's a lot of things to be done in athletics, and there's a lot of things that I've been passing through. If I can say it, it is just too much, but it's all God knows, and we shall get time and we talk.
Wabula akulira ekibiina ky'ebyemizannyo mu ggwanga Jasper Aligawesa asabye gavumenti eveeyo eyambeko ku byemizannyo kubanga Uganda erina obusobozi okuwangula emidaali emingi.
N'olwekyo ffe tulowooza nti singa gavumenti eteekamu ssente zennyini nga bwe tuziteeka mu bintu ebirala, wano tujja kufuna emidaali n'egisuka okusinga n'abana Kenya. Kuba talent tulina, problem gye tulina preparation.
Ebyo nga biri bityo, emmotoka ezibadde zitambuza abantu bano zifunye akabenje esseguku. Kino kiddiridde emmotoka endala okuyingira ekkubo mu ngeri y'obugayaavu. Ku bantu abadde baanirizibwa tewali alumiziddwa kyokka nga emmotoka ezimu zoonoonese bya nsusso. Oluvannyuma bano beeyongeddeyo e Kampala wakati mu kujaganya okuva eri abantu.
We are optimistic, positive. We are building today a brighter tomorrow by realizing our potential. We are SMART, the new mobile network for New Africa. Let's talk our way.
Bibadde byamizannyo mubadde balabi balungi aba NTV akawungezi bwetyo bwegenze olwaliro enkya muntu weyungeko mu NTV ku ssaawa emu tugenda kuba ne studio 2 eya wano ku Serena Conference Center ne Kabale nga tugenda kuba tubatuusaako ebintu byanjawulo. Nze Farida musule bulungi mweraba.
NTV, turning on your world.
Sometimes children have amazing ideas, but they can lead to tough stains. And for tough stains, there's new Omo Fast Action. Its super fast cleaning technology removes stains fast. New Omo, no one removes tough stains faster.
Huh? Nice moves, Floydo.
Try it. Told ya.
Check out the new Fanta Orange, now with an even better taste.
My name is Musa, your travel agent. I'm taking you around Africa, our motherland, a land gifted with beauty that flows right from Uganda, the Pearl of Africa. Our first destination will be Rwanda, a land of hills and beautiful ladies. Then Tanzania, the home to the great Kilimanjaro mountain. And Kenya, the Masai Mara home. If I may ask, anyone with more exciting sights?
Movitable jelly and movitable soap.
That shows her love for quality African-made products. In fact, I move with Movet Herbal Jelly too.
My friends and I at Campus all use Movit Herbal products. As in, I even carried mine.
To have a good service, I first bathe with Movit Herbal soap.
You see, I gave the right answer. Even at home we use Movitable gel and Movitable soap. Me too.
Movit. All day confidence.
This is NTV.
Money Matters
Is brought to you by
Airtel Money. Simple, secure, instant.
A US-Africa summit happened this week in the United States, with trade taking center stage. Coming up, leasing versus outright asset purchase, social entrepreneurship and those that have made it their business, and the intricacies of the prepaid power metering system. Over the years, most bankers have come to appreciate the growth and indeed room for expansion is at the bottom of the pyramid. Many have tried to get to the lower end of the market, but in an almost equal measure, many have got their fingers burnt there. A handful of them have, however, made it there. How this has happened is the focus of our View from the Top segment.
Briefly, give us an idea or a digest of what's happening at Postbank at the moment. Where are you? I mean, what's the latest?
Thank you for inviting me to this show. Postbank, as you know, is a government-owned bank, and we are socially oriented. We deliver services to the mass market, the common man. Yeah. We are presently in 35 districts, and we have, by end of this year, we shall be ending with 38 branches. We use multi-channel delivery approach. We have branches. We have mobile banking vehicles which go into deep rural areas. About 8 of those districts we serve with mobile vehicles. There is no bank there. We also have collaboration or linkage with the informal sector, which I'll be talking about later. And yes, on the balance sheet, we have been growing.
Now, of course, when you talk about doubling, you know, of course, the numbers, that's quite strong. You know, at a time, especially when we are seeing some of the players bowing out of the market because of poor performance. And we know for the fact that there are also some other players that are struggling to keep their heads above waters. What is the secret? What is the fundamental thing or virtue that you think has helped Postbank, you know, get the numbers that you're running with at the moment?
Well, each game has its rules and ways of doing it. I think you just have to do your job right. And the Postbank team, that's what we've been doing, is to do the right thing and to see that we grow.
Does targeting the man at the grassroots, you think, has something to do with, you know, the good growth that you've posted over the years?
Yes, I agree on that because to me, that's where the meat is. The bottom of the pyramid, that's where the demand is, that's where one can get good growth, and Postbank has been tapping in that.
Very good. How have you managed to bring those guys on board? Because I know the market has been struggling with financial inclusion.
Yes.
Bringing on board especially the informal sector into the formal financial sector realm. How have you managed to reach out to those guys?
You have to get closer to them. You recall that Postbank, we were the first to venture in mobile vehicle banking. And some players thought it was not viable to take vehicles to rural areas. We proved them wrong. We went there. We were profitable. We changed the whole concept of mobile vehicle banking. We moved from just carrying a cash box to carrying a complete branch to these rural areas. And you get your vehicles, you do all the transactions you're able to do at a branch. Then we also backed it up with the high-level IT so that all transactions are online, seamless, no need for reconciliation. And that opened the way for getting into the mass market, the bottom end.
That takes good innovation, isn't it?
Yes, I think we had to think around it because branches are very expensive, and the level of transactions in some of these places would not justify the cost of investment in a branch. So you had to look at an alternative where you have lower investment in capex and you get a reasonable number of return transactions to give you an acceptable return on that investment.
Okay. Now, moving on, I know one of the areas where you come out quite strongly is agriculture. And we're seeing a number of players really being so risk-averse when it comes to the agriculture sector. Tell me, what has been your experience and what is your performance so far in that particular docket?
We have been doing very well on the side of agriculture because we have been able to go around mitigating the common risks in agriculture. One of them, and I must commend the government of Uganda to have come up with the agricultural credit facility, which by and large mitigates over 50% of the risks.
Yes.
And it also, Postbank being closer to the people, I think we are reaching more small farmer holders because of the nature of market we serve. And therefore, in terms of impact on people, I think we are doing more in lending to smaller farmers.
In terms of access, I mean, people being able to access, say, credit from, Postbank, how do you manage to circumvent the informal nature of especially our farming communities to be able to lend to them?
One, the informal community, you have to engage them. You need to sensitize them before even you start lending to them. Okay. It's not an off-the-shelf product that you just go and say, hey, come here and take it. You need to engage them, and they understand what they're going in for, and they appreciate, because when they appreciate the service you give them, they don't want to lose it. And three is we tailor the repayment programs to the cash flow nature of the enterprise. For example, when we're financing a dairy farmer and the cattle is in lactation period, repayments can be from weekly or monthly as the farmer chooses, because the dairy farmers get paid twice a week. So there are those who choose to pay twice, there are those who choose to pay one monthly. Then you can have those who are doing fattening. Now, those who are doing fattening, it takes a longer time. So the repayment cycles will be longer. Then crop, most of them will harvest after 90 days. So you give them a repayment cycle of about 4 months to allow 1 month of harvesting and selling.
Business owners in the United States have committed to ventures worth $14 billion on the continent at the Washington Summit with African leaders. However, for Uganda, a country with a very weak export subsector, specific strategies will be required to gain from this opportunity. In this edition of Insight, various experts bring us to speed with their analysis of this development.
Business owners in the United States have committed to ventures worth $14 billion in value, covering infrastructure, clean energy, banking, among others, during the ongoing Washington Summit with African leaders.
The U.S.-Africa commercial partnership is essential, and the time to do business in Africa is no longer 5 years away. The time to do business there is now. Today, on both sides of the Atlantic, there is a clear mutual desire to deepen our ties of trade and investment.
With Uganda's trade deficit in excess of $3 billion today, concern among players in the market remains as to whether the ongoing summit in the United States with African leaders would translate into more tangible trade, particularly for Uganda's case.
In terms of what would be lobbying more from this meeting is more trade support, rather than, of course, we need support from the other areas, but if we are talking about trade, then we need more facilitation to bring the compliance to the U.S. requirements a bit much more faster, and therefore to facilitate movement of goods from Uganda or Africa and the U.S. market.
Beyond trade actors, civil society players maintain that opening and broadening up the platform for actual trade with Africa is the way forward beyond trade facilitation.
Now the problem with again, we have to be very careful with the instruments like AGOA. How, again, those countries use them to achieve their foreign policy objectives. In the WTO, we have been not keen to sign on trade facilitation agreement. But we are saying the threat is that if Africa doesn't sign on, I'm sure they're going to be lectured about on that trade facilitation agreement, which is actually being pushed to benefit DHL of American FedEx and what have you.
Others argue that the engagement between the United States and Africa appears to be a double-edged sword for the continent and its leaders attending the current summit.
The trade between Africa and the US is right now about $60 billion. The trade between Africa and China is about $160 billion, and it's climbing. The highest now is European Union, which is $180 billion. What we are seeing is at this rate, regardless of what Obama says or Bloomberg says that the growth is taking place in Africa, there is such a moral revolt at the agenda, how America is crafting its foreign policy and putting the abhorrent and unhospitable cultural issues of homosexuality as top of the agenda, and they go in and claim it's a human right. This is offensive to us, this is offensive to our leaders, and of course they are caught in a difficult place.
Nevertheless, a cross-section of Africa's leading business personalities at the US summit remain optimistic.
And if we continue to grow even like this, the projection is that in the next 36 years, which is 2050, to 5.5%, Africa will end up having about $15 trillion GDP. So, I mean, it's going to be a great story. We're growing very, very rapidly. And
a case in point is Atlas Mara, which my partner Bob Diamond and I set up a few months ago to buy banks in Africa. We raised $1 billion within 6-7 months, and majority of our capital came from the US, and majority of that capital had never invested in Africa before. So the appetite is absolutely there.
NTV, turning on your world.
Use White Star Laundry Bar Soap with a lemon fragrance and you'll have a fresh, clean day. Be like a star. Use White Star. White Star Laundry Bar Soap. All day fresh clean.
For every morning to be a good morning, all your baby needs is your love. And a dry night's sleep. New Pampers with more Super Gel. It locks wetness inside, keeping it away from your baby's skin all night long. Pampers, wishing you love, sleep, and play.
Ariel claims to give us the best stain removal in one wash. So we'll collect tough stains, red sand, fruit juice, chocolate ice cream, to see which gives the best stain removal in one wash.
We'll wash one half with Ariel and the other with premium detergent. Did the other premium detergent remove these stains? And Ariel? Yes! Ariel, best stain removal in one wash.
Have you purchased the Umeme prepaid recharge card for the Yaka option and found that on 2 different occasions for the same amount you don't get the same number of units? How about when you transfer from postpaid to the prepaid option and you keep getting your money deducted? We raised your concerns and we have the answers on Consumer Insight this week.
If you're using the Umeme Yaka option, which is prepaid power, you have likely encountered fluctuations in the amount of units you get for the same money paid, especially when you buy a recharge token more than once a month. The main explanation for these changes is the service fee and the lifeline tariffs.
We must give the first 15 units as lifeline, and they are dictated by the regulator. Each is 150 shillings, and you earn them once in 30 days of consumption. So if you buy the first time, you're going to earn the first 15 units each at 150. If you buy a subsequent time before 30 days elapse, you can't earn it twice. The first transaction in a month, it takes off the service fee once, gives you the lifeline once. Any other subsequent transactions are not subjected to those statutory deductions.
So here is the math. The first purchase of a power token in the month will have service fee deducted, but you'll be given the first 15 units at 150 shillings each under the lifeline tariff. But if you buy another token during the same month, then service fee won't be charged, but the cheaper 15 units will not be included either. Apparently, the downward fluctuation will be most felt when you buy the first token of the month. Next are those that are transferring from postpaid to Yaka. Let's start with a scenario when you owe Umeme some money from your postpaid account.
The source of the control document for any balance transfers is the final reading on your meter. We arrive at that depending on your final reading on your meter that has been witnessed by yourself, your delegate, and the Umeme staff. You sign it off, you retain a form, that the resulting bill, whether in credit or debit, we transfer it to Yaka.
Remember, your debt to Umeme from the old account will be cleared in chunks of 40% of the value of the token you buy under Yaka until it is all paid up. What if Umeme owes you money from your old account?
You visit our office, the local office to you. They'll give you a token, which is worth the credit that you have, and you are good to go.
When acquiring assets, most people in Uganda prefer outright purchase as opposed to leasing. Some experts, however, fault this model of business operation. Today, we explore the advantages leasing presents.
If yours is a business that is highly mechanized and the cost of acquiring all that machinery is wearing you down, all hope is not lost. There's a way out. You can get a lease to sort out all your equipment needs without having to actually purchase the said equipment. So what then exactly is a lease?
A lease is basically a contract between two parties. The first party being the lessor, who is the owner of the equipment, and the second being the lessee, who takes on the use and possession of this equipment. Now, the lessee in turn agrees to pay a certain amount of rentals for a specific period, which is always agreed between the two parties at an interest rate that is also agreed between the two parties.
If you choose to take the conventional route and take your lease from a bank or financial institution, as is common practice by most of these institutions, there's a procedure that is to be followed.
Depending on the equipment that you want, the specialized nature of the equipment, the age of the equipment, we can always agree on what percentage the customer can be able to contribute. But we would need to first understand the business, understand the type of equipment, that you need to finance. However, this usually ranges between 10 and 40%.
You might then be wondering that as a small and medium enterprise, aside from tying you down to someone or a financial institution, what perks will leasing provide to your business?
The advantages of leasing, among other things, include, because as you know, most SMEs, which form a bulk of our customers, have got a problem of security. They do not have the collateral to be able to obtain the loan. So the advantage that leasing gives is that the financed asset is the collateral. In that case, therefore, it's an advantage to the customers. Also, we match the life of the asset to the maturity of the loan. So that also saves the customer. It offers flexibility in the acquisition of equipment.
So your business does not have to suffer and your finances do not have to dwindle at the expense of the high cost of machinery. The leasing option is there for you to exploit to fully and successfully run your enterprise, and this is as long as you committedly hold up your side of the bargain.
Most people do business purely for personal gain or profit. A new concept is, however, emerging where the entrepreneur seeks collective benefits for the community. This concept is social entrepreneurship, and this is the story of one such entrepreneur.
Freddie Sechewa is a church minister and a social entrepreneur whose business involves interesting and supporting farmers into commercial coffee farming. But what informed the decision to start this business initiative?
We are not looking at ourselves as just coffee farmers. We are looking at coffee as a business, and that's what we are looking at. We started in 2009 after realizing that there's a problem around here. People are poor, languishing in poverty, and they know the kind of gift they have, the resource they have of land. So one day, I'll just tell you a small brief story. I was visiting around, and one guy stopped me and asked me for 500 shillings. 500 shillings, to give him 500 shillings. And that's when I realized that there's a problem among the young people, there's a problem on household level, there's a problem all over. So I decided to quit what I was doing to start this work, and mainly to focus at something people they knew mostly, which is coffee growing.
Sechewa says that such a business requires the proprietor to introduce an activity that beneficiaries are familiar with. Over the years, he has managed to spread his tendrils and has today touched many households.
Currently, with our new 200 farmers we are inducting this year, we are going to be 760 farmers. We are moving on. Our target is by 2020 to have more than 5,000 farmers. And in that, the projection is that where we are going, we currently, with the farmers we have, in 4-5 years from now, we will be able to bring over 3 billion shillings in Rakai district at household level.
He believes that before rolling out any social entrepreneurship program, the vision of the founder and the business activity should be taught and appreciated at all levels.
Every farmer who receives coffee is trained first how to be a good coffee farmer with the business context. So coffee farming, getting a seedling, how do you prepare the garden? How do you plant the coffee plant? How do you take care of it? Irrigation, nurturing, fertilizing, mulching, and all that. That is in training 1. And 2, to be a successful farmer, we realize that people cannot work at individual level. They need to work in a group. So training 2 of our farmers is training them in cooperative skills.
As it is with other entrepreneurship models, networking always comes in handy for social entrepreneurship initiatives as well.
A farmer like this one, doing all what he has done is because of that kind of training and exchanging ideas between farmer to farmer. And we see now in 3 years, we are seeing a crop like this one.
Citing the recent introduction of taxes on agricultural inputs, Sechewa says one of the challenges is sometimes the disconnect between public policy and initiatives of this nature.
We never expected this. And one thing which is surprising is, I think government should forewarn us, those of us who are in this, to tell us in such a period of time this will be introduced. Because now they've bombarded us with this decision, we don't know what to do. It's one thing which is hampering the development of a subsistence farmer here in Iraqi district at the middlemen, who come and also start negotiating with the farmer when the coffee tree is flowering, and they tell them, I'm estimating this coffee tree is going to give you around these many kilos, so give me money.
The challenges aside, what then lies ahead of this optimistic social entrepreneur?
We are going to launch our coffee hub, our one-stop center hub, and we are focused to see that we develop the coffee chain value. First, you build a clientele. Who do you have as your farmer? This is the coffee guy, the coffee woman, the coffee young person. Two, how do you work through the chain value?
Let's now look at the latest in the financial markets. That has been this week's edition of Money Matters. Do join us next week, same time, same place. We'd love to hear from you, so get onto our Facebook page or drop us an email, and we'll be more than happy to get back to you. Bye-bye.
Airtel Money. Simply send and receive money, top up your airtime or data, pay for utility bills, groceries, fuel, and much more with Airtel Money. And you could be one of the day's 5 lucky winners.
NTV, turning on your world.
Sometimes children have amazing ideas, but they can lead to tough stains. And for tough stains, there's new Omo Fast Action. Its super fast cleaning technology removes stains fast. New Omo, no one removes tough stains faster.
This is NTV. This program is rated PG. It is suitable for children ages 8 and above, but parental guidance is advised as it might contain mild violence and mature situations.
La Patrona
is brought to you by
Meditate Soap, the #1 warrior against germs on your skin.
I'll be waiting for him.
Put that away, Gonzalez. We're in a public place. There's no need to alarm anybody, all right? Just stay prepared. You got that?
Yes, sir.
Go on.
Yes, sir. Come on.
Think we did the right thing?
By kissing?
No, dummy, filing for a wedding date. Were we wrong?
What's wrong with it? No, honey, I mean, don't you want to wait till after our baby's born to get married? No, right? Don't you want to be my wife?
Of course I want to be your wife, but with all the problems going on, with Gabriella confined to bed rest, with Lucho in jail, and David worried about Antonia.
What's wrong? Francisco, what's wrong? What happened?
I saw it again. The explosion in the mine. Gabriella, take me to her.
Sure, yes, let's go right now.
Hey, Vampa. This is Judge Margarita Perdomo. She's in charge of going over your multiple crimes and coming up with a fair sentence for you.
All right, that's enough, Balmaceda. What's the judge think of me? That I'm a serial killer? It's a pleasure to meet you, Your Honor.
Lucho Vampa. In certain special occasions, I'd like to get to know the accused before issuing my ruling.
Well then, you tell me. when you take a good look at me, do I look like a menace to society?
Do you realize you hold the record for the criminal commissioner has taken the longest to catch?
You don't say. Perhaps the commissioner's getting old, or he needs to go back to detective school.
Come on, all right? Stop being a clown and just answer the judge, for crying out loud.
Let's not waste any more time. Let's get to the matter at hand, please.
Okay, as you wish. But, Your Honor, may I call you Margarita?
Of course not. You may call me Judge.
As you wish, Judge.
Wait a minute, what do you mean you saw the explosion again?
It happened to me, Gabriella, again. It was so real, like it was right in front of me.
They usually appear in dreams, but she was awake this time.
So then it was like a vision. And were there others?
All I know is Gabriella and David were inside, but there was another person. It's as if that explosion is being formed in someone's head. It's an idea, an obsession, something not yet fully formed in the mind of that wretch.
In whose mind?
An enemy who's in hiding, waiting to commit the crime.
So are you telling me that someone is planning the deaths of Gabriella and David? Could it be Lizard?
I don't know.
Or Antonia?
I just don't know, Gabriella. But stay away from Chimuco and from the San Pedro mine, and just don't go near any mines whatsoever. That's all I know.
I grew up without a family, Judge. My mother abandoned me. I had to survive how I could. I spent time in different orphanages, but it didn't go well. Until one day I escaped. After that, I was a child of the streets.
So that's where you began stealing and committing crimes?
No, just stealing. And hey, I want to make it clear that I've never hurt anybody. You'll see that in my file.
I've read it. There are no charges of armed robbery or aggravated assault, but that doesn't excuse you of your crimes.
I just had no other choice. It was either become a thief or starve to death. In the beginning, I lived with some panhandlers. I shared everything I stole with them. And when I grew up, I snuck into a party once. I realized how I could get a lot of money off of them. I went from being a thief to a con artist. And I won't deny that I lived the good life off my earnings. But it wasn't all for me. I got all of my friends off the streets, and I helped them set up businesses in Mexico.
How'd you arrive in San Pedro?
Well, actually, I had to flee the capital because Balmaceda was about to catch me. I chose San Pedro because I was chasing gold. And I met and was able to con some white-collar criminals here in town.
Yes, Balmaceda talked to me about them. And he also showed me the evidence that you took. It's a shame you did it like that. We can't use it against Antonia Guerra. Anyway, Lucho Vampa, it's been interesting to get to know you a little better.
Listen, as far as my freedom, do you think I'll be out of here soon? Come on. I paid enough when I was locked up in that place, where, as you well know, I was tortured.
I promise I'll analyze your case carefully. You'll have news from me soon.
Wait, Your Honor. Don't leave me here. I'm in love and I want to get married. My girlfriend's got a daughter who thinks I'm an elf. Besides, she's sick and she needs me. Look, honestly, I want to work and be a good man for them. Margarita, please help me.
Tonight, I toast to justice and to you. To the dead of this house. Those that Antonia's greed and cruelty sent to their graves. Mr. Marcos Beltran, the murderer who lethally injected you is at last paying for her crime. Mr. Marcelo Vidal, Antonia cowardly let you die as I could do nothing. But she's in jail now. Julia, your death has also been avenged. And yours, Fernando. You died on orders from your own mother. And you, Miss Martin. And you, my little Valentina. From here on out, you'll all rest in peace. Because Antonia is where she needs to be. In prison. Cheers.
Shh. Relax, Poncia. I don't want to hurt you. If you behave, the worst that'll happen is I'll tie you up. Give me all the boss's little toys now, huh? Her entire arsenal. And then I'll go.
Why do you want that, lizard?
You have two choices, ma'am. You give it to me the easy way, and I swear I'll leave in peace. Or the hard way, by shooting you right between the eyes. And then I'll leave with all those weapons anyway. What's it gonna be?
You ate well, didn't you? That means you're getting your appetite back.
I ate well too.
You sure did. You're a happy boy, and happy boys always have a good appetite.
It's true.
People who are sad don't want to eat.
Mother, I never want you to be remotely sad again. No. You have every reason to be happy.
Of course.
I'm sad.
Why, my love?
When can I see the elf again, Mom?
Just turn around. Bravo. How are you, cutie?
Love, how are you here? Lucho, did you escape?
No, Mother. Hold on a second. This man has got the very best lawyer in the whole city of San Pedro. That's right.
And that's my husband. Darling, but what happened?
I was released. They said I'm free until the judge has the time to sentence me. So, you're looking at a practically free man. All right.
What can I get for you?
The thing is, the food here is delicious, but I'm just not hungry. I'm just so depressed and sad.
Can I do anything for you? Shall I call a doctor or maybe a nurse?
No. I wanted to ask if you could eat the food. Otherwise, the doctors will force me to eat it. I swear, the last thing I want to do is eat right now.
Thing is, I don't think I should.
Come on, at least try the pudding. It looks delicious. Try it and see.
All right.
Good?
It's very good. Well, thanks a lot. Excuse me. I'll be outside if you need me.
Ekifo ekimu n'ekyalo ekiweddeko abamanye bakiraza mumwa. Tugenda kutuuka gy'oli oyogere naffe ebikwata ku kyalo kyo, embeera mw'okolera, ebyobufuzi, ebyobulamu n'ensonga endala yagerwa tebiyita. Tuusa eddoboozi lyo, yogera naffe buli lwakuna butereevu ku NTV akawungeezi.
Expose. My name is Cox, aka Mr. Showbiz.
When I'm in Uganda, I only listen to DJ Baby Love.
When you're dancing on the light, girl walk over, fingernail them no favor.
You have a problem with it?
No, I ain't got no problem.
You don't use my mic, man. This is exposed mic.
I go deal with you personally.
XFB, it's officially back. Yeah, I'm in this healy with cats. It's what we do, baby. Put UG on the map. Now come my walk. Now come my walk. Now come my walk. Now come my walk. Hey.
Tadi muganda yagala munne kututumuka
Abanyankole mweyagalidde mu Kampala abajja okulonda mwafunamu bibanja mu Uganda.
I'm that dude, so they come and love it.
You're going to start paying for watching Exposed.
I wasn't born last night. I know these hoes ain't right.
The average age of the Eritreans.
The primary role of Team Uganda is to remain to Division 2.
Probably that's the only thing that can make one or two rugby fans smile, that the Cubs are doing well.
They're not the animals we saw last season, because Ferguson had the same group of players and he did deliver the Holy Grail, which is the title.
Kampala has been voted in the past as one of the favorite cities for tourists, one of the most peaceful cities. That is something that is changing.
Kale Kaihura, the Inspector General of Police, and President Yoweri Museveni, their alliance, they can only crack down or stop individual strikes and individual demonstrations. But I don't think they can stop the growth of militancy.
No holds barred.
Besigye and Lukwago have particular grievances against the government, some legitimate, some misguided. What should the police do? Of course, the police has to intervene, A, to protect the power of President Yoweri Museveni and the NRM from disruption by Besigye and Lukwago, but B, also, never forget this, to protect those ordinary people whose property gets destroyed.
I want to ask that many think that they've actually been frustrated.
Opposition parties in Africa do not tend to be constructed around policy differences. A glue to hold its coalition of different power-hungry individuals together.
Incisive.
You see, the NRM is more divided internally than the FDC. The advantage with the NRM is it has political power.
Analytical.
I think that one of the best organized political parties in Uganda is the PPP, the People's Progressive Party with Dan Sali. This idea that everybody is telling around the world that Africans are poor and they cannot contribute to their own political and social emancipation is crap. In fact, I think that the opposition parties in Uganda have to win an election in an unfair and unleveled ground.
Newsnight with Andrew Mwenda.
NTV, turning on your world.
They've had their struggle, but that's about to change. There are 15 individuals with different backgrounds and one goal. They'll be tested to the bone with 3 professional trainers.
Hello viewers, and as you can see, it's really getting busy in here with Bonita. However, before getting into this week's Bonita, let's take a look at our home contestants we've featured back. They have our very own trainers who are going home and training them individually at home. Let's take a look.
Pony. Good. Come on, pony. Good. Let's go. Hold it up. No, get your head up. Get your head up. Good. It's good. That's good. Take your stomach in. Take your stomach in. Good. That's good. 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 6. Let's go. Run it up. Run it up. Come, let's go. Take it up again. Oh, baby. Good. Move it up. good. Move it up. Yeah. Come on, let's go up here. Take the side. Take that side up. Open up the side. Good. Okay, let's right up there. That's good. When your heels up. Come on. Line up full foot. Full foot. Good. Come. That's good. Perfect. Oh yes, keep your head up. Keep your head up. Good. Move it up. Good. That's good. Perfect. Good. Again. Let's go. That's good. Good. Kick it up. That's good. One. Good. Good. Okay. Now we are going to kick it. Good. Good. Kick it higher. Good. Higher. That's good. Good. Perfect. That's good. Perfect. That's good. Bring it out. Bring it out. Jump it up. Jump it up. Keep jumping. Okay, let's go. 1, 2, 3. Come on, keep your legs up. Jump higher. 1, 2, good. 3, 4, good. 6, 7. Come on, keep your legs up. Come on, let's go. 1, 2, 5. Good. 6, 7. Good. Hold it up. Arms like this and be fun. Kick it like this. Good. That's good. Kick back. Kick back. Good. That's good. Kick it back. Good. Keep your hands up. Keep your hands up. Keep your hands up. Elbow up. Elbow up. What's elbow up? What's elbow up? Good. Okay, let's take it up like this. Okay. Take it out. This good. Alright. It's good. Okay, now we are going to change their leg. Change their legs up like this. Good. Okay. Good. Keep your hands up. Keep your hands up. Elbow up. Good. Elbow up. So back again on a position. Like your stomach clean. Come on. Keep it up. Keep it up. Good. Okay. Let's take it up. 1, 2, 3. Good. 4. Raise your arms like this. Come on. Elbow. Good. Come on. Let's go up here. Keep it up like this. Elbow up. Move. Up. Kick it up. Kick it up. Kick it up. Good.
Meanwhile, at Royal Wellness Club, after recording skill during last week's weigh-in, the trainers decided to change tactics and focus on each individual's problem areas.
Seconds, go. Just feel your thighs. Go. Go. Can do better, can do better. Go. Go. Can press it. Go. Just feel your thighs, your body, your arms, your back. Go. Don't close your eyes. Push machine. Go. You're about. You feel your own reach. Yeah, like that. 2, 3, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Go. Left hand. Go. You have to maintain the speed, bring man 7 and the back. Yeah, go. Go, you can do it. You smile to the machine. Yeah, go. Go, you can do it. How do you feel? Yeah. How many calories fire right? Yeah, that's one. Go. 1, 2. Keep your arms straight. Keep your arms straight. Work on your body. Work on your body. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Higher feet. 1, 2, 4. Higher. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 to go. 1, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's go. Up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Knee high. 6, 7, 8, 9. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Can you on? Yeah, just march. You are safe. March. Yeah, that's good. Go on. 2 seconds. 1 more. Go. You can rest. Good job. Stay on the machine. Stay on the machine. Pull down. Stretch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And let's go. 1, 2, 3. Keep your knees up. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, let's go. Stretch. 1, 2, 3. Keep your knees up. 4, 5, 6, 7. Work on your tricep, your oblique, your lower body. Go on. 10 to go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Change. 3. You feel your tricep, you feel your oblique, you feel your lower body. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. Take your time. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 2, 3, raise up, 4, down, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 to go. 1, 2, 3, 4. How do you feel? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 to go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9. How do you feel? Good? Come on, go, treating, go. Wow, which effort are you using? That's good. Yeah, relax, take time. Go. 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 How do you feel? Huh? Heavy. Heavy. Reduce the effort. We have 10 seconds. Go. 10 seconds. 5 seconds. 3 seconds. 2. 1. 2. Let's go. Hold the 10 more. Let's go. Up, stretch. 1. 2. Good. 3. 4. 5. 4. Higher. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. And go. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. And 10. Good job. Press the weight down. Press the weight down. Get the key. 1. 2. 3. Let's go. Higher kick. 1. 2. Squat. 3. Open your legs a bit. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. Go. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. And 10. Good job. The machine is moving. Yeah, move it. Okay, I see. Can you go faster than that? Which effort? Can you add 5? Wow. Let's go. But yeah, you have to stretch your arms so that you work on your tricep, your forearm, your back, your bum. Let's go. 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 10 seconds to go. Go. How do you feel? Work him. Go. 5 seconds. 5 seconds. Move. 5 seconds to go. 5 seconds to go. Wow. 2 seconds. 1 second. 4. On with 10. Let's go. Let's go up here. No? No, change. Change the arm. Yeah. Let's go. Take your time. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 12. Go. 1. 2. Try to lift your knee high. 3. 4. Keep your core high. 5. 8. 9. 10. Go. 1. 2. 3. 4. 3. Go down and up. 4. 5. 6. Down. Push. 5 to go. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 7. 8. 9. 4. 5. 5 to go. 6. Higher. 7. 8. 9. And 10. Good job. How do you feel? Job. Take your time. Job. Go. Go. You can do it. You can do it. Go. 10 seconds to go. 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 Jog faster. Jog faster. 2 seconds. 1. And finish. 1. 10. Let's go. Together. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5, 6, 7, 8. On your upgrade, your lower body and your arm. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 5. Give your more time. 6. Straighten the arms. 7, 8. Let's go. 9, 10 to go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3. Down. 4, 5, 6. Good job. 7. Go on. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. To feel the legs, the lower half. You have to press here. The speed you have to be minimum 70. Don't go below 70. When you go below 70, you can't be uniform. Keep 70 and above. Then the body, even you can change and hold here. Go. Go. How do you feel? 5 seconds to go. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Then stop. Slow move. Up. 1. Down. 2. Up. 3. Down. 4. Up. 4. 6 to go. Go on. 5. 1, 2, take your time. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 to go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5, 6, 7. Faster. 8, 9, 10 to go. Faster. 1, 2, 3. Let's go. Oh, I find that there. Huh? Something. Let's go. How many calories you have burned so far? Huh? Okay. Yeah, push. Go. You don't face down. Face forward. Yeah. Push harder. Push harder. Feel your legs. Feel your arms. Stop and we go. Stop and we go. Stop and we go. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good job. 2, knee high. 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 to go. You can do it. You can do it. Go. Go, go, go. You can do it. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 5, 6, 7, 8, 4, 5, 6. Cool down. Cool down. Wow, that's how you do the work. Let's go. Are you ready for my workout? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 2, 3, 4. Face forward. 5. Face forward. 6, 7. Good. 8, 9, 10 to go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Sprint, sprint. 1, 2, faster, sprint. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Just raise the arms like this. 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. How do you feel? Oh, we are about 2 seconds. We are going to do 2, 3. Good job. 4, 5, 6, 7, 2, 3. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. Twist your up breathe. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Open your eyes. 9. 1. Punch forward. 2, 3. Let's forward. 4. Go on. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. 3, 4. Face forward. 5, 6, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good job. How do you feel? So make sure you maintain 70 minimum speed so that your body move on. Go. We have 10. That's good. Stretch the arm. You face forward. Smite the machine. Be friendly to it. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 to go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Come up, come up, come up, come up and go. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 to go. 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, only 10, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 3. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. Upright. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Burn it up. We'll be right back after this short break.
NTV, turning on your world.
Ekifo ekimu kissa wamusu n'ekyalo ekiweddeko abamanye bakiraza mumwa. Tugenda kutuuka gy'oli oyogere naffe ebikwata ku kyalo kyo, embeera mw'okolera, ebyobufuzi, ebyobulamu n'ensonga endala nnyingi. Ebyogerwa tebiyita. Tuusa eddoboozi lyo, yogera naffe buli lwakuna butereevu ku NTV akawungeezi.
Pull it up. Expose. My name is Cuts, aka Mr. Showbiz.
When I'm in Uganda, I only listen to DJ Baby Love.
When you're dancing on the light, girl walk out, your body down no fly, your fingernail them no feel.
You have a problem with it?
No, I ain't got no problem.
You don't use my mic, man. This is exposed mic.
I go deal with you personally.
XFB, it's officially back. Yeah, I'm in this heaty with cats. It's what we do, baby. Put UG on the map. Now come my walk. Now come my walk. Now come my walk. Now come my walk. Hey.
Tedi Muganda yagala munne kututumuka. Abanyankole mweyagalidde mu Kampala abajja okulonda mwafunamu bibanja. Ku Uganda
I'm that dude, now they come and love me. You're going to start paying for watching Exposed.
I wasn't born last night. I know these hoes ain't right.
The average age of the international team is under 18. And so
The primary role of Team Uganda is to remain.
Probably that's the only thing that can make 1 or 2 rugby fans smile, that the Cogs are doing well.
The players haven't put on they haven't wore the game faces. They're not the animals we saw last season, because Ferguson had the same group of players and he did deliver the Holy Grail, which is the title.
Kampala has been voted in the past as one of the favorite cities for tourists, one of the most peaceful cities. That is something that is changing.
Kale Kaihura, the Inspector General of Police, and President Yoweri Museveni, their alliance, they can only crack down or stop individual strikes and individual demonstrations. But I don't think they can stop the growth of militancy.
No holds barred.
Besigye and Lukwago have particular grievances against the government, some legitimate, some misguided. What should the police do? Of course, the police has to intervene, A, to protect the power of President Yoweri Museveni and the NRM from disruption by Besigye and Lukwago, but B, also, never forget this, to protect those ordinary people whose property gets destroyed.
I want to ask that many think that they've actually been frustrated.
Opposition parties in Africa do not tend to be constructed around policy differences. FDC lacks a glue to hold its coalition of different power-hungry individuals together.
Incisive.
You see, the NRM is more divided internally than the FDC. The advantage with the NRM is it has political power.
Analytical.
I think that one of the best organized political parties in Uganda is the PPP, the People's Progressive Party of Uganda. This idea that everybody is peddling around the world that Africans are poor and they cannot contribute to their own political and social emancipation is crap. In fact, I think that the opposition parties in Uganda have to win an election in an unfair and unleveled ground.
Newsnight with Andrew Mwenda.
NTV, turning on your world.
2, 3, 2, 3, on the 10, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 3. Let's go. 1, 2, 5, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Burn it up. We'll be right back after this short break.
Hey guys, nice to see you again. Welcome to this week's challenge.
And for this week's challenge, it's gotta be in water. Contestants are required to hop the full length of the pool with both of their legs together and their hands tied at the back of their head for the first leg of the trip. Then they have to pick 2 balls from the bucket and deliver them to the starting point as their next teammate plunges into the pool for their trip.
Now, each team member has to participate, and there are 2 laps. That means it has to be done twice. The team that will win this week's challenge is going to win a spa day at Royal Suits. They've just told us the challenge is about a relay in the pool where we're working in teams as well, and the winning team gets to win a spa treatment at Royal Suits. Oh my God, I think my team deserves this prize because we've really worked hard the whole week. We had kickboxing, we had insanity workouts. Our muscles really need the spa treatment. So I really hope my team can really win this. Let the challenge begin at the count of 1, 2, 3. Let's go.
And with Amon's pace, he is out to destroy the other team by creating a sizable lead for Team White.
Wow, when I heard that the challenge was to be in the swimming pool, first I got so terrified and worried. I'm like, wow, first I'm an enemy to water, so I was so frightened. And among the three of us, it's only one person who can really swim.
Sprinting in water is a very hard task because of the resistance the water offers, and this is evident in how these contestants are struggling. While the main contestant is in the water, the other team members are obliged to pick the bucket from the other side and bring it this side for the balls to be dropped in.
Go Becky! There you're walking, Becky, you're walking! Go Becky! Take your turn. Come on, go! Don't go! Put the balls on! Come on!
Team Gray is in the second to last position, while Team Orange is firmly stuck in the last spot.
When you commit crime, you have to pay.
The law is law. China talks staff on drug trafficking as 2 Ugandans await execution. We're glad you're watching NTV Tonight. Welcome to the program. Thank you for joining us. NTV Tonight coming to you live on the air and online. 20 years ago this year, Uganda, like several other countries, committed to addressing inequalities and inadequacies in areas like the participation of women in decision-making, healthcare and education at the Beijing conference. Tonight, we engage you by asking, what is your assessment of achievements in promoting greater equality for women? Be sure to have your say, and that's on Facebook and on Twitter. But first, let's take a look at our top stories.
The ministry has paid the retirement benefits.
Public Service Ministry insists that former VP Gilbert Bukenya has received his emoluments as it outs the names of past leaders not paid.
Is not getting any money as NPR, but the money is going to the account of one person.
Mulago administrators ejected from committee as they failed to account for 4 billion shillings. Also tonight, in our special feature on women in power, taking stock of the gains after the Beijing conference. Welcome once again to NTV Tonight. I am Rachel Arinitwe. Maurice Mugisha is away in Kabale joining a bigger team gearing up for NTV District Edition. Be sure to catch that on NTV tomorrow. Now we'll move on to our top story. Ugandans should not expect mercy from China when caught on the wrong side of Chinese law, especially in drug trafficking. That tough warning was delivered by Chinese ambassador to Uganda, Zhao Yali, while addressing a joint press conference with Minister of Foreign Affairs, Sam Kutesa. But the ambassador said bilateral talks are ongoing between the Chinese government and the Ministry of Foreign Affairs on how best to manage Ugandans in Chinese jails, but warned that such talks cannot interfere with the judicial process or help overturn court sentences. As Moses Akena reports, the envoy advised the U.S. against backtracking on their promise to invest in Africa as made by U.S. President Barack Obama at the U.S.-Africa Summit.
23 Ugandans are on death row in China after they were convicted of drug trafficking, while 22 others are serving life sentences. In total, 70 Ugandans are languishing in Chinese jails for drug-related offenses. Just last month, another Ugandan, George Lubega, was arrested in China with what the authorities say was high-grade cocaine. Their plight came into the limelight following the conviction and execution of 2 Ugandans, Omar Damalira and Ham Andrew Ngobi, about 2 months ago in China for drug trafficking.
One carried 16 kilos and the other one more than 20.
Since then, debate has raged on, with some people urging China to repatriate the convicted Ugandans to serve their sentences at home. But Chinese ambassador to Uganda, Zhao Yali, has dashed any hope that talks between his government and Kampala could reverse the situation.
When there is a decision from the Supreme Court, according to the regulations and the laws of a country, especially it's a sovereign country, we have everybody should show respect.
Addressing a joint press conference with Uganda's Foreign Affairs Minister Sam Kutesa, the envoy warned Ugandan youth against falling prey to international drug traffickers.
Some of them, especially the young people, I know they were used. They were used. But when you do something, when you commit a crime, you have to pay your price.
Why trafficking drugs? I think we should not only be looking at saving them, but we should be looking at stopping the practice as well.
The Chinese government tightened its drug control measures from the 1990s to crack the lucrative trade. Earlier today, China executed 2 South Koreans for drug trafficking despite pleas from Seoul for mercy. Article 347 of the Chinese criminal law says, whoever smuggles, traffics, transports or manufactures narcotic drugs shall be sentenced to fixed term imprisonment of 15 years, life imprisonment, and or death, as well as confiscation of property. This law covers those who smuggle opium of not less than 1 kilogram, heroin or methylaline of not less than 50 grams, or other narcotic drugs in large quantities. Others are ringleaders of drug trafficking gangs, armed protectors of drug smugglers, those who violently resist arrest, and those involved in organized international trafficking. Analysts say a prisoner swap between Uganda and China may not work since Uganda's anti-narcotic laws are much weaker. Meanwhile, Ambassador Yali refutes allegations of mistreatment of local workers in Chinese companies here.
I haven't received any as a Chinese ambassador to Uganda. We are in very good cooperation with the government to address all these problems.
On the concluding U.S.-Africa Summit, where President Obama hosted 50 African heads of state, and with U.S. companies pledging $14 billion for investments in Africa, the Chinese envoy says such a move will not derail his country's policy on the continent.
We have the capability to deliver on time all these big projects and with the best quality.
The Chinese government donated assorted equipment to Minister Sam Kutesa to ease his work for a year as president of the UN General Assembly. Moses Akena, NTV Tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you, Moses Akena. Government has dismissed claims by former Vice President Professor Gilbert Bukenya that he is yet to get his retirement benefits as per the law covering former presidents, vice presidents and prime ministers enacted in 2010. State Minister for Public Service Sezi Mbaguta tabled documents before the Parliamentary Committee on Public Service indicating that Professor Bukenya has received partial payment amounting to 176 million shillings. Francis Jingo has that report from Parliament.
Ago, when the matter of non-payment of emoluments of former leaders emerged before the Parliamentary Committee on Public Service, Professor Gilbert Bukenya claimed he was a victim.
They don't have a voucher because nobody has ever paid me anything.
But government has tabled documents indicating that Professor Bukenya received retirement benefits worth 176 million shillings.
The ministry has paid the retirement benefits of Professor Gilbert Bukenya for 38 months.
They pay the salaries of my workers, from the administrative secretary to my political assistant, household, chef, and my gardener. And that money is about 4.6 million shillings. That's what they pay me.
Is that this committee summons Professor Gilbert Bukenya so that he himself can clear the air.
And if a minister tells a lie, therefore it means the system tells lies.
Professor Bukenya and his predecessor, Dr. Specioza Wandira Kaziwe, are entitled to 500 million shillings each.
Over 500 million was paid to her account.
Professor Bukenya, Dr. Kaziwe and the former Prime Minister Apollon Sibambi are also entitled to a new house and a car. The State Minister for Public Service, Sezi Mbaguta, informed the committee that their attempts to obtain 1.2 billion shillings from the Ministry of Finance to clear these areas has fallen to deaf ears. But it emerged that public service has secured 7.4 billion shillings to pay ex gratia benefits to former presidents and vice presidents.
And the ministry has started processing the payment.
The minister tabled a list of departed former leaders who are entitled to 1 billion shillings each. The MPs were informed that the families of Uganda's first president, the late Sir Edward Mutesa, and the former president, the late Dr. Apollo Obote, have received 400 million shillings each.
Last financial year, and we are now processing the remaining 599 million.
But the relatives of the deceased former President Idi Amin Dada and Godfrey Rukongwa Binaisa are yet to receive their benefits.
Late Nadiope, 400 million. Mustafa Adrisi, nothing was given. Engineer Abraham Waligo, nothing was given. Late Narendra Patel, nothing was given.
And yet Johnny Babiha, Gadi Wilson Toko, Dr. Samson Kiseka, and Paul Mwanga have received partial payments. Jingo Francis, NTV, Parliament.
Mulago Hospital officials today were ordered out of a meeting with the Parliamentary Committee of Health. This came when the officials could not produce evidence on accountability of 4.7 billion shillings said to have been spent on water bills and rent of property for the hospital. The Minister of Health for Primary Healthcare, Sarah Opendi, said the ministry would not give in to the committee's demands. Maurice Ocho has that report.
A team from the Ministry of Health had appeared before the committee to present the ministerial policy statement for 2014-2015. One of the key issues that surfaced was the issue of doctors and nurses fleeing the country, while others do not want to work with government because their pay is bad. According to the Director General of Health Services, Dr. Jane Ruth Achen, it has been an uphill task to even pay doctors who earn a monthly salary of 2.5 million shillings. During the session, the matter about Mulago Hospital's financial losses was resurrected. The committee queried why 4.7 billion shillings cannot be accounted for.
Government land, everything about Mulago is not getting any money as NTR, but the money is going to the account of one person.
Because we don't want to see Madame Kantarama's drama, I can assure you she really became a comedian in this committee.
Now, we are not going to continue appropriating money when others
are misusing facilities of government.
The committee then requested to see one Alison Katarama, who is said to have had a hand in the loss of funds for Mulago Hospital, where she runs a kindergarten in the premises. They also revealed that Katarama was responsible for the hospital's illegal water connections, which started as far as 2004. But when the officials said Katarama was not present, the committee ordered them out and warned that they would not deal with their budget until the issue is sorted.
I'm not leading an autonomous institution, and whenever I get a challenge, I have to appear and put it clearly to the Minister of Health.
To ask about the school, she doesn't appear. When we call in the committee meeting, we ask the minister to invite the entire managers of Mulago Hospital. She does not come.
The Minister of State for Primary Health Care, Sarah Opendi's pleas in defense of the team did not help.
Fortunate that the committee had to send away somebody who is really not the person responsible for disciplining or taking action against Kantarama.
The committee is structuring the 2014-2015 ministerial policy statement for the health budget. Maurice Ochol, NTV at Parliament.
Thank you, Maurice. Former chaplain Canon Johnson Ebong has sued Makerere University for terminating his employment without following procedure. Ebong is seeking 100 million shillings in damages.
Johnson Ebong filed a petition against the university in the Civil Division of the High Court. He was working as a Church of Uganda chaplain.
He was removed unlawfully because, first of all, he had not been given any termination notice. And then, secondly, the law says that if you have been handling me in a certain way, you should not depart from it.
The defense lawyer argues that Ebong's employment was terminated on grounds of age. However, his attorney says the age limit rule for retirement applies to those on permanent employment.
And according to the Human Resource Manual of Makerere University, when your appointment expires every 2 years, you must apply for its renewal. There is no provision that you are bound to any particular age limit.
There were also accusations that the acting chaplain of the university, Reverend Geoffrey Biarugaba, is in office illegally because he was not vetted, a prerequisite in the law. The case has been adjourned to a later date to be communicated to both parties. Aaron Mukama, NTV.
The 1995 Beijing conference came riding on the euphoria of increased interest in achieving greater equality and opportunity for women. Uganda, like several other countries, committed to addressing inequalities and inadequacies in areas like the participation of women in decision-making, healthcare and education. It's on this issue that we engage you in our NTV poll, and we ask, what is your assessment of achievements in promoting greater equality for women? If you would like to have your say, send a text to 6565. Do leave your name and where you are texting from. The conversation on Facebook and on Twitter as well. We'll be reading some of your responses right after the break. Let's take that break now and find out what's still to come on NTV tonight.
This documentation in most cases relates to forged securities.
Tighten the noose. PPDA calls for strict scrutiny of bids amid rising fraud. And the race against time to save wild fruits like the jambula.
Standard Chartered, here for good.
Corruption. Corruption in Uganda has led to poor service delivery.
In the health sector, drugs are not available, leading to death. In the education sector, our children are not learning, so the future of the country is at stake. In the production sector, our farmers can't access markets due to bad roads.
It's back, it's bigger, it's better. The Eastern League of the Anti-Corruption Caravan is here. Look out and participate in the Anti-Corruption Caravan in your district. Forward women and men of integrity to the caravan. Shame the thieves. Secure the future of Uganda. Fight corruption now. This message is brought to you by Action Aid with support from DGF.
Hospitable staff, class of its own. Relax your mind. Ultimate ambience. Fits your expectations. Sapphire Hotel. Tastes to share. Moments to remember.
It's the CTM Big Sale. We're offering discounts on our latest tiles and bathroom accessories. Guess what? Every purchase of 500,000 shillings you make gets you into a draw to be a lucky winner of awesome, fabulous prizes. Don't miss out on our new arrivals from all over the world. Come visit us at our new Kampala showroom located at plot 22 to 24 Kibuli Road opposite Villa Park, or call 0312 261 888. CTM, more than you expect for less than you think.
This is NTV Tonight.
Welcome back. On Tuesday, MPs started collecting signatures to have the debate on the anti-homosexuality law that was recently annulled by the Constitutional Court be returned to Parliament. The number of signatures has grown by the day, and today the total number of those who have signed is now 198. Included on this list are ministers who signed the book opened specially for this cause. The MP for West Budama North, Foxodoi, who was one of the petitioners against the anti-homosexuality law, says their efforts are wasted because they are not using the right procedure to address the issue at hand.
It's pretty straightforward, it's simple, it should be known to every member of parliament. I have never known any law that is introduced in the House by signing in a black book. I have never. I take the position that soliciting signatures, and even if you get all the 386 members of parliament signing, is an exercise in futility, is dishonest posturing, is politicking, which is very unproductive. I don't know what they intend to achieve. And I don't know whether we should spend all our time posturing, acting, politicking, and turn this institution into a theater of the absurd.
The 1995 Beijing conference came riding on the euphoria of increased interest in achieving greater equality and opportunity for women. Uganda, like several other countries, committed to addressing inequalities and inadequacies in areas like the participation of women in decision-making, healthcare and education. Now, 20 years since that conference, we take stock on how far Uganda has come.
She was the first African woman to achieve an executive position at a presidential level. The 1995 Beijing conference came at a time when she had just been appointed Uganda's vice president. She took on the mantle of taking Africa's position to Beijing.
Africa went to Beijing knowing exactly what we wanted. We knew that information is power. And that information comes from education. We just needed that political push, the political commitment to begin speaking out.
Close to 20 years later, Uganda has made big strides in education.
Affirmative action for girls going to Makerere, affirmative action
for women to go to parliament and participate highly in decision making. We have universal primary education and USE.
We've really had a systematic change, and what you see now with the women heading city council, women heading revenue authority, women becoming ministers of finance, women going to defense, the non-traditional areas.
But while there has been progress in this sector, those who analyze the concerns of the Beijing conference and have observed Uganda through time say, in terms of health, Uganda has not fared as it should.
Reducing maternal mortality, we are very slow. We are supposed to reduce it from around 600 in 1990s to 131. We are still at 438.
And yet some believe that achieving maternal health is not as difficult as it seems.
To reduce maternal mortality, you need very basic interventions, and one of them being, like the skilled the skilled attendance at birth.
Teenage pregnancies continue to plague the girl child who will be the woman of tomorrow if she lives long enough. These teenagers will many times seek out abortions as their best option, most of which are unsafe.
In as much as we are able to increase the enrollment of girls in schools, but there are so many other factors at the family level which will actually impact on the girls' attendance of school, and so they end up dropping out of school.
Education is the best contraceptive. The best contraceptive. If they stay longer in school.
As the struggle goes on to find means to keep the women alive, there is also the question of women empowerment. One of the critical shortfalls for Uganda has been getting the women from the micro-income level to a higher level.
You cannot have a huge problem and then you nibble at it and you expect to get results faster. You can know your rights. You can be educated. Without having enough women who together as a team can work financially to get that critical mass to move things, you won't get anywhere.
Health, education, a woman's economic empowerment, all of these cannot be celebrated when there still is the very critical aspect of gender-based violence.
I think in 2010, the country passed the Act on Domestic Violence, and also, the Act on Prevention of Female Genital Mutilation, and then there was the Act on Trafficking in Persons, and particularly related, to sexual issues. But of course, there are some pending issues like, the Sexual Offences Bill that has remained, and then, the Domestic Relations Bill.
The worst violence is psychological violence. And that is based on a foundation of the cultural attributes of our patrilineal family. And if we don't tackle that, we shall continue to really get displaced in our performance, in our lanes, as the president puts it. Because the moment you are psychologically not there, it means you are mentally not equipped to take on any challenge.
Uganda has had quite a history. There are pointers that perhaps that history has shaped where the country is at the moment concerning the points raised in the 1995 Beijing conference.
The Tomairo passed through in the 80s, the 70s.
Without political support, without mentorship of the head of state, it would have been impossible for us to be where we are.
They hope that as the world celebrates the 20th anniversary of the Beijing conference next year, they will remember where the struggle started from and focus on working harder to make more significant changes.
We need to have very, very strong advocacy across the board at all levels. That you see, we have a lot of issues on paper, and these do not actually get translated into action. We have issues where we say, we are like making a budget gender sensitive. But how sensitive is this gender budget?
The infrastructure is there. The mechanisms for one to be able to appeal if they find roadblocks, are there. So for me, I can say now that for my granddaughters, the sky is the limit.
Josephine Karunji, NTV.
Thank you, Josephine Karunji. That story informing our poll tonight, and I just wanted to recap that and read some of your responses so far. Tonight, we are asking you, what is your assessment of achievements in promoting greater equality for women? And looking at some of your comments on our social media platforms, I'll start with one on Facebook. Anena Cindy saying Uganda hasn't fully appreciated the trends set by the African Union on gender parity as a standard to which it should aspire, and acknowledge the commendable measures and actions to promote women in politics and leadership. And Taremwa Timothy saying there is an improvement regarding gender equality, especially with women who now have sounding titles such as the Speaker of Parliament. And moving on to Twitter, I'll read a couple of your responses. Lasuba Gideon saying we have done great in empowering women. We must, however, not blur the male's self-concept and misdefine gender roles with empowerment. And last but not least, Mose Caesar saying a lot still has to be done because we still see women oppressed against in rural areas. Do keep the conversation going on Facebook and on Twitter. Let's move on. Those fruits that you used to collect from the forests are slowly becoming extinct. These fruits such as olives, the jambula and the strawberry guava are disappearing alongside the forests that are being depleted all over the country. In Nature Files, we visit Naru's Plant Conservation Center in Entebbe, where there is a race against time to save them.
Nature Files is brought to you by WWF with support from UNDP.
It is no secret that natural forests are getting depleted with each passing day. But remember that these forests harbor many species. However, when they get cut, so do these species, they all disappear. So scientists and researchers have endeavored to make collections of these.
Joyce Adukorach is one such person, an ethnobotanist at the Entebbe National Agricultural Research Organization, NARO. She's well versed about the interplay between people and plants. She says that human activity is endangering plant species. This has forced NARO into moving to protect plant genetic resources, such as these fruit trees at botanical gardens.
What we do is we conserve especially species that are neglected, that are getting depleted in the wild. For example, we have this is Garcinia buchanani. It is locally known as insali. I don't know if you've ever heard of insali, you've ever eaten the fruits of insali. It's a very delicious fruit.
A few seedlings of this fruit were extracted from Bukaleba forest situated in Mayuge district. The forest was facing extinction.
We also raise some seedlings which we have distributed to the communities because we want them to keep in the community. Yeah, we want them to, for even our young generations to get them. We have this whole line.
This plant's bark is medicinal. It helps treat diarrhea and also doubles as a dewormer.
We usually cut and try to prune it to make it look smart, but it gives them a lot of branches. Yeah, so this is one of the species. We have another species the other side, which is the Palinari chiretifolia.
It's better known by its Ebinazi Luganda name. Those who have eaten it say it's delicious.
This plant is common in Rakai and West Nile. Yeah. So, and another important thing is that the wood from this plant is very good for charcoal. So it is getting also depleted because of its charcoal production.
Oil extracted from Ebinazi can also be used for massage.
Fruits around July. Yeah, the fruits are yellow, round of this kind. The flesh is eaten and the seed inside, it's hard, and it is where you can crack the oil and get.
I think I've eaten that one.
Propagating the seedling has been troublesome, but it will be dispatched to the communities as soon as solutions are discovered.
We have Forester over there, the fruit. Oh, there's some, even there are some ripe fruits.
Monkeys abound here, and yes, you guessed right, they feast on the ripe fruits.
Plants, they coexist with the animals. So for them to survive, they have to depend on the fruits.
There is always enough here to trigger an overflow. Take this tree. It has the capacity to produce one succulent fruit after another.
People are free to come and pick the seedlings. They are for sale, just small monies.
At no more than $1, one will have thousands of fruits in their own backyards to replenish their stock forever. That said, humans are the most dangerous pest to the preserved fruits even at this research center. They still even uproot fruit trees at a rate that puts the monkeys and birds in the shed.
When we are to plant, we plant the seeds, and when they eat, they leave out the seeds. So we pick those seeds are the ones we raise.
Even the bitter fruits considered poisonous are preserved. They serve a purpose, an ornamental one at that.
For shade, windbreaks, name it. All fruits in this block except Casinora, the edible fruits.
Waswa Mulumba, the Plant Genetic Resources Center Director, says the country's diversity has to be protected at whichever cost.
For purposes of crop improvement, for purposes of ensuring that our ecosystems are healthy, and also for ensuring that today and the future has the raw materials which can be used to produce new varieties, which varieties improve our productivity.
Yeah, here we have Jambula species. We have this huge one here. This one is called Syzygium cuminei. And then this one, it is Syzygium quinensis. This is indigenous to Uganda.
There is a lot more fruits here, including the mouth-watering jackfruit. This has only been possible because of conservation. A major rethink was needed because while once upon a time, one could easily get the fruits out of a forest, mass extinctions abound today. Conservationists, though, aren't turning a blind eye as natural habitats continue to be decimated. They are preserving a genetic pool that will help feed future generations. Florence Nalimba, NTV Nature Files.
Nature Files was brought to you by WWF with support from UNDP.
All right, let's now join Malcolm Musime with the very latest in NTV Business.
This is NTV Tonight.
Yeyo piki jajjiddeko agijewa. It is of me. Tekisoboka okujja ng'obadde onziba. Nedda boosi ku mutwalo gw'obadde ng'onsasula buli lunaku kwembadde nzija 5000 lwe lumba luno. Awo nkutegedde nammwe mwenna mutereke ne Pride Microfinance musobole okwefunira ebirungi. Pride Microfinance enkulaakulanayo kwekwesiima kwaffe.
Are you looking for genuine products and services in building and roads construction, solar energy, water drainage, lighting, lamps, carpets, curtains, blinds and site works? Come to the 12th Construction and Interiors Exhibition. Starts the 7th of August to the 9th of August at the main exhibition hall, Lugago Showground. Sponsored by the Uganda National Roads Authority and supported by the Ministry of Works and Transport. The exhibition is free to the general public. To book space, please call 0701 882 166. Remember, the 12th Construction and Interiors Exhibition at the main exhibition hall from the 7th to the 9th of August 2014.
We all have those beautiful, unforgettable moments that are the highlights of our lives. With life's uncertainties, all these beautiful memories could become painful reminders of what was and what could have been. Fortunately for us, we have made one smart choice. We chose to secure what we hold dear. We chose to insure with the insurance company of East Africa, ICEA, standing by you.
Close-Up Deep Action. We created it to give the world 3 times fresher breath and eliminate up to 99% of germs. Maybe we went too far. There's an outbreak of freshness. Now the best ever from Close-Up. 3 times fresher breath.
Get ready to be counted. Knowing how many we are makes it easy to plan for all of us. So, answer all questions correctly. Your information is confidential and is only used for equitable resource allocation, improving service delivery, and planning. Count for what counts. Starting from 28th August to 6th September 2014, together we count.
NTV Business is brought to you by
NSSF, a better future.
Is NTV Business Latest. My name is Malcolm Musime, and the Public Procurement and Disposal of Public Assets, or PPDA, is now pushing for a strengthened scrutiny of bids for contracts in light of the increased incidences of fraud. And this concern comes at a time when an international firm undertaking the construction of the Mukono-Chetume-Katosi-Nyenga Road is under investigation over defective guarantees it submitted before securing the 24 billion contract.
The Procurement Oversight Body reveals that combating incidences of fraud in sourcing of goods and services by ministries, department and government agencies now needs a new strategy.
This documentation in most cases relates to forged securities. In other words, as the government, we pay money to these firms, either against an advance payment or performance security, but these are not genuine. So in effect, the money is not being protected.
The Executive Director of the Public Procurement and Disposal of Public Assets, PPDA, Cornelia Sabiti, says that risk levels have grown as a result of a huge 60% of finances spent in the line of procurement.
However, over the years, of course, the government budget has grown, and there's now a lot of very heavy infrastructure going on, meaning that now the risk can actually be much higher. And that's why it's very important for us to ensure that the system is tightened.
She raised these concerns following reports of irregular conduct on a contractor for the Mukono-Chetume-Katosi Road that is now a subject of investigation.
In January, we paid them an advance. Now, a few months later, we discovered that some of the advance payment guarantees submitted to us had problems. So we had to tell them to resubmit, and they have done that.
The Roads Authority also admits that its direct exposure on taxpayers, in particular under the 24 billion project being undertaken by Arab Consulting and et al., is under caution.
And of course, that doesn't mean the investigations to do with the documentation submitted in the beginning should stop. But for us, we are confident that no money has been lost. The work is going on. The money advance the contractor is secure, and we are going to work with the contractor to make sure that this project is delivered in as quickly as possible.
Reina Ojon, NTV Business.
The absence of ethical standards and regulations to guide fairly new specialized medical practices in Uganda threatens to dampen the impact of exponential investment in the health sector. And major players now contend that the ethical and regulatory regimes are yet to be developed for specialized areas like fertility treatment, despite the severity of the problem among many couples.
Over the last 10 years, Uganda has witnessed not just a spike in health service investments, but also technological advancement in the local medical field as more private sector-led hospitals join the market. The problem, however, is that the investment and technological growth in specialized medical areas like fertility treatment is not in sync with the ethical and policy growth, exposing many patients to dangers associated with an unregulated marketplace.
Environment in which the current reproductive technology is being offered. Essentially, it is an unregulated environment, and that is a dilemma to any couple seeking fertility treatment. So my response, primary response to the core ethical question is that everything must be read from the couple's perspective. All aspects and judgment of ethics must radiate from the primary concern.
On that note, and indeed given the severity of the impact of some medical cases like infertility on affected couples, experts insist that a regulatory regime that offers more protection to the patients is needed.
That position allows you to resolve inevitable conflicts of interest as the business concept comes in and investors got appropriate motive.
And although figures are scanty, it is believed that the number of people in need of specialized treatment, such as fertility support, is fast growing, and the desperation that comes with such ailments calls for a foolproof regulatory and ethical framework to protect the victims from the vagaries of a free market economy.
Let's have a look at the markets. The shilling is still trading at a narrow range against the dollar. It closed today at 2,616 and 2,626. But we compiled a report, and here it is. Finally tonight, cargo transporters through Uganda have saved more than £500 million shillings in escort fees following the deployment of an electronic cargo tracking system. And according to the Commissioner Customs, Uganda Revenue Authority, the target is to deploy the system from Mombasa all through to Uganda. NTV Samuel Setumba reports.
Access through the internet.
These are development partners visiting Uganda Revenue Authority to ascertain that their $10 million in systems modernization bore fruit. They were here to verify the effectiveness of URA's ASCUDA online tax system and the electronic cargo tracking system, the newest of the two.
We as development partners, we support Uganda to make the transformation from a subsistence farming into a commercial viable farming environment, and we are supporting the transformation from Uganda from a developing country into a middle income country. And we do appreciate that assisting Uganda for the internal economic transformation is very important, but we do appreciate the region that is essential for Uganda to grow. And the more efficient it is to work within the region, the more benefits Uganda will reap.
Speaking of the cargo tracking system, which now tracks sensitive transit goods until they exit Uganda's borders, they are already serving to traders in the excess of £500 million shillings in the less than 3 months of operation.
It's really saved us a lot. We used to pay 130 to escort a truck from Kampala up to the point of exit, which we no longer pay because of this electronic cargo tracking system.
We've seen reduction in time, the time taken to transit goods through Uganda from 7-8 days to about 2 days. That was really arising out of human behavior. There were lots of stoppages by different agencies along the road, which now has ceased.
The system now operates within Uganda's boundaries, while Kenya and Rwanda operate theirs. There is intent to merge these systems. Samuel Setumba, NTV Business.
That's it on NTV Business for tonight. We're going to take just a few messages. We'll be coming back with sports. But first, before we go, this is the NSSF Flash.
Types of benefits. Exempted employment. Paid or contributing member who joins employment categories that are exempted. That is, have their social protection schemes that are recognized under the existing law and are exempted from contributing to NSSF. Qualifying conditions. Employment in government and other organizations with own scheme. Requirements. In addition to general requirements, disengagement letter or termination or end of contract letter, a certified copy of appointment letter and posting instructions.
I feel more connected to my NSSF because they put me first, and I'm confident I will be paid all of my savings. I also know my savings are secure and are being invested in the best way possible.
NSSF, a better future.
This is NTV Tonight.
Use White Star Laundry Bar Soap with a lemon fragrance and you'll have a fresh, clean day. Be like a star. Use White Star. White Star Laundry Bar Soap. All day fresh clean.
Types of benefits. Exempted employment. Paid or contributing member who joins employment categories that are exempted, that is, have their social protection schemes that are recognized under the existing law and are exempted from contributing to NSSF. Qualifying conditions. Employment in government and other organizations with own scheme. Requirements. Disengagement letter or termination or end of contract letter, a certified copy of appointment letter and posting instructions.
Stop tapping and start shaving. Introducing Gillette Blue 3. Its open blade, easy rinse design gives you cleaner blades for a smooth shave. No more tapping. Gillette Blue 3. Cleaner blades for a smooth shave. Gillette by P&G, everyday quality brands.
Good morning.
Good morning.
For every morning to be a good morning, all your baby needs is your love.
Good morning. Good morning.
And a dry night's sleep. New Pampers with more Super Gel. It locks wetness inside, keeping it away from your baby's skin all night long.
Good morning. Good morning.
Pampers, wishing you love, sleep and play.
Cooper Motors Corporation Uganda Limited is Uganda's reliable distributor for New Holland tractors, combine harvesters, case construction equipment, planters, ratovators, all readily available and backed up by full manufacturer's warranty, genuine spare parts, and highly trained service staff to ensure ongoing technical support for your machinery and equipment. Cooper Motors Corporation is Uganda's leading and most reliable agriculture equipment supplier and partner. Find us at CMC Building, Katalima Loop, plot 48 to 49, Nakawa.
NTV Sport
is brought to you by
Smart, the new mobile network for New Africa. Let's talk our way.
Welcome to NTV Sport, where we'll be delving into the school's cricket week later on. But first, long-distance runner Moses Kipsiro has tonight returned home to a hero's welcome. Kipsiro won Uganda's only gold medal at the recently concluded Commonwealth Games in Glasgow, Scotland. Kipsiro was in tow with the other athletes who represented Uganda at the Games. Alfred Odong has just returned from Entebbe, where he saw Kipsiro not only bask in the glory of the pompous welcome, but also throw the gauntlet to sports officials.
Team Uganda touched down at Entebbe International Airport after spending a fortnight also featuring in the 20th edition of the Commonwealth Games in Glasgow, Scotland. Uganda won 5 medals at the Games, including a gold by Moses Kipsiro in an absorbing 10,000-meter final. The team was received by Education and Sports Ministers Jessica Alupo and Charles Bakabulindi. A guard of honor was made for Kipsiro by his colleagues at the Uganda Wildlife Authority Athletics Club. Kipsiro, however, did not hide his disappointment with the Uganda Athletics Federation top brass.
One thing, there's a lot of things to say, but as per now, I'm not ready. But there's a lot of things to be done in athletics, and there's a lot of things that I've been passing through. If I can say it, it is just too much. But it's all God knows, and we shall get time and we talk.
Jasper Aligawesa, the General Secretary and National Council of Sports, urged government to allocate more funds to sports to better Uganda's chances of winning more medals in future events.
It is not disputable. We have the talent in this country. The only problem, the challenge is funding. Like, sports is a big industry all over the world. Like, these people invested close to $3 billion, £3 billion. Everybody invests. But for us, we invest very minimal.
The motorcade that had Uganda's flag bearers at the recently concluded Commonwealth Games was involved in an accident. 5 cars were damaged, including vans of the police and Uganda Athletics Federation. The Uganda Wildlife Authority vehicle in which Kipsiro was traveling was hit from behind. Fortunately, none of the occupants was hurt. Alfred Odong, NTV Sport.
Kudos to Moses Kipsiro for making Uganda proud once again. Now, Uganda's national rugby 7 side did, of course, feature at the Commonwealth Games in Glasgow, Scotland. The Rugby Cranes reached the ball semi-final where they were beaten 32-0 by Canada. Tonight, 2 of the team's players have not returned to Uganda. Benon Kiza and Philip Pario opted to stay in Scotland. Both players are integral members of the national rugby 7 sides and did manage to cross the white chalk during the victories against Sri Lanka and Malaysia at Ibrox Stadium. They have now joined a growing list of Ugandans who have vanished without trace on foreign shores after national duty. Just early this year, cricketers Raymond Otim and Farouk Ochimi disappeared in New Zealand after the end of an ICC World Cup qualifying tournament. It's still unclear why Kiza and Pario have chosen not to return home. Attempts to get a comment from Uganda Olympic Committee President William Blick were futile. Now moving on, it is a rest day at the 41st Chess Olympiad in Tromsø, Norway. The pairings for tomorrow's matches have been conducted, and I can tell you that Uganda will be taking on Yemen in the open section tomorrow. Uganda is coming off a comprehensive 4-0 drubbing of Ethiopia. International master Elijah Emojong is expected to continue on board 1 for Uganda. Patrick Kauma, Arthur Segwani and FIDE master Harold Wanyama have been tipped to continue on boards 2, 3 and 4 respectively. Vianney Luja is the Uganda Chess Federation president. He says Team Uganda's players will be looking to improve their rankings.
At the end of the Olympiad, what we expect is that 1 or 2 players should be able to get international titles. We currently have 5 FIDE masters and 1 international master amongst the men. We hope that at the end of the Olympiad, we probably could get at least another FIDE master or 2 amongst the men. We also hope that the ladies can get titles. We are hopeful that they can get candidate master titles, which you can attain by attaining a percentage score of 50%.
On to cricket now. The annual Schools Cricket Week gets underway tomorrow at ovals in Lugogo, Chambogo and Budo. A dozen schools will, over the next 6 days, jostle for bragging rights in schools cricket's premier competition. Mukono parents are expected to make a fist of defending the title they sensationally won last year. Last year's losing finalists, Kololo SS, are expected to run Mukono parents close. Other schools to look out for will be record champions Busoga College Mwiri, who were bitterly disappointing last year. The Schools Cricket Week was first held in 1939 with Mwiri, King's College Budo, Makerere College School and Nyakasura School as the pioneers. All 4 schools will feature in the 2014 edition. The best performers will be sent to a 4-day elite training camp, and they shall form the spine of the national under-19 team. And that winds up NTV Sport for tonight. Thanks for watching.
We are optimistic, positive. We are building today a brighter tomorrow by realizing our potential. We are smart, the new mobile network for new Africa. Let's talk our way.
Well, with that, we come to the end of our newscast tonight. If you missed any part of our bulletin, do catch it online, youtube.com/NTV Uganda. Also, feel free to take part in the conversation on our Facebook and Twitter platforms using the hashtag NTV Tonight. From myself, it's good night.
Mr. President, it's almost 20 years ago that I started to read your book of the mustard seed.
Oh, so you are my customer of the mustard seed?
Yes.
So I'm going to publish a new edition where I'm going to involve in even other things. For example, in that book, did you know that I was a very good footballer?
No, I know about that you like cows.
Oh, the cows. Yes, I also like those cows because cows, we take them as brothers and sisters. That's why I'm a cattle farmer, cattle keeper.
So, and at that time, when did you write that book, by the way, the original mustard seed?
Now the first edition, I wrote it before when I was in the bush.
Yes.
Because I could fire guns, bullets. And then when I go back to my tent, I write something down. So after taking over power, I started finishing.
Yeah, you see? Because actually that was one of the impressions I got from that book. That by that time, you would consider 10 times in power as a long time. And now, of course, you know there is opposition saying that now 20 years or 30 years will be too short to hand over to...
You see, the problem in Uganda is those people of opposition. Actually, I think they don't understand the meaning of opposition, because some of them oppose everything that comes on. They oppose it. It's very unfortunate. So even when I'm retiring, when I'm thinking of retiring, they might say, they might oppose it.
Okay.
Everywhere.
That could be true, but I'm not convinced.
But you should tell your people, I'm not aging. I'm not getting old.
No.
Because of the fitness, I'm very young.
Yes.
That's why some people are telling me that you should continue serving us. Although to me I feel like, I think I should retire and go to my cattle.
Yes.
NTV, turning on your world.
Bosoki. Yo. Until the Fallout told us Muswazi nigga can beat the whole world with one hand. That was bit too.
Make a call for whatever reason. Call someone, call anyone, and change your life. Make a call and you could win 100 million shillings, a car, or a smartphone with free data for a year. Plus, win 2 free minutes